just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us, and no one can take this 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Oh, hell yeah. Here we are. What is going on? Let's see. Luke, get in frame.
Oh, yeah. Here, let's see real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Here,
There we
here,
go.
let me make a couple of on-the-fly adjustments here.
Right.
Yeah, let's,
Gotta love it. Gotta keep it alive, you know?
yeah, you do.
Apparently, you got all this, like,
What's going on? Oh, okay.
EDM music going on or whatever, and my computer over here is just
It's just-
strobing with power.
Man, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that was a fun rolling start to the show. Don't sleep on me. I might turn it into a real show some point.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
know? What's going on, Luke Shoemaker? How are you, buddy?
Just chilling. What about y'all?
Man, here to do the deal, baby. Here to do. We got a lot to do today, man. We got so much going on. I think Bundy's going to be here. We got a great guest, Justin Waddle. We're going to talk to him here in just a few minutes. Justin is the next in my series of Reinvent Your Life.
Nice.
One of those people who have overcome the obstacles and done something completely amazing in the turn. You know what I mean?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, always great to hear stuff like that. What's going on, Rich Rockwell?
Besides trying to figure out what's going on with this thing.
Your computer getting
Yeah,
a tough
dude.
time?
It's like not charging, but it's plugged in. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
Anyways.
Man. Okay. Try a different charger, maybe.
Right, something, man. Man, just hanging out, chilling, getting ready. We got the plates and play calls coaches corner interview coming up tomorrow for the Wise guys.
Yeah.
That'll be out there in Hot Springs at Ouachita Bar and Grill from 4 to 6. So.
From 4 to 6, so
that'll be
people
sick.
can come down live and watch it.
Yeah, come on down, man. Have some drinks,
Be
have
one
some
of those
good
people
food,
in the
and
background going,
right.
shit like that. Yeah, that's what everybody does, right? They get behind you, they start doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a good time,
No,
man.
everybody should get out there and try
Right.
to get in the camera scene somehow with Rich in there.
While I'm doing the interview.
Yes, please
Do the
try to
whole
do
side
it
cam.
during the interview.
Yeah.
See if you can just get your head right in the frame. It'd be hilarious.
Don't say this while Luke is here, man. There's going to be so many people doing different things. He'll put plants in there with
Straight up, dude.
Yeah.
It reminds me of there's a clip of Jelly Roll about 15 years ago before he ever blew up.
Yeah.
He was in Nashville during CMA Fest, and he literally photobombed every reporter that he could, just
really?
doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
That's hilarious.
It was before he
I think
had-
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do actually remember reading something about that. Yeah, I think that's a funny idea.
No, straight up, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would love to do things like that. Yeah, just show up randomly and pictures here and there. And that's a great idea.
Are you coming to the game this Saturday?
Well, yeah, man.
You going to be there again?
On it.
Hell yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's man. I understand that what I saw the other day when I looked online is ticket sales are going well.
Yeah, they're going real well.
Going fast.
Yeah, they had almost 2,000 in attendance at the first game, and their goal is 3,000. They
I
can
think-
hold 4. So.
I think that you're going to hit some numbers. I mean, they
Yeah.
just had a huge win. I mean, they went wherever it was and beat the top seed.
Yeah, I believe it was Duluth, the Harbor Monsters. Yeah, the defending champions of the Arena League.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, it's.
Didn't you say it's a
big
three-way
game.
tie for first right now?
It is. Yep. Yeah, 3-way tie, 2-1. Wise guys are in there for first place, and we're already. I mean, this is halfway through the
So
season.
a dub on Saturday would be huge.
Yeah, man,
That'd
that
be
puts them
significant.
real well. And I mean, of course, like I said, they already knocked off the defending champions. So.
Yeah, but we need to knock off more people.
Well, yeah.
You're the wise guys. You got to knock everybody
Hey,
off,
I
right?
mean,
that's what you
that's-
specialize in, knocking people off, right?
That's what the team name's all about, man.
Yeah, baby.
And don't forget the wise guys always need their trusty steed, known as the emotional support horse. You know what I'm saying?
I think they use cars. I don't know. I think they use cars.
We got Rich on that one. Rich is broke now.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, we got Rich on that one.
All right, let's get into some news you can use real quick. We're not going to stay too deep in news this morning because I don't feel like it. But let's see. Amazon Prime is expanding the Prime Day to 4 days, so even more time to spend money with Amazon. Here, this is great. Kelsey Grammer, you played Frasier, right? You know who he is, right?
See, I know
Yeah,
him as
Grammer,
Beast
you
from
know.
X-Men.
Huh?
I know him as Beast
Yes,
from
the
X-Men.
Beast from X-Men is a great way to know him. He's done a lot of things. How old would you guess he is?
Oh man, he's got to be at least. Well, he was on Cheers too, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was. That's where he started.
I'm gonna
Or at
say
least that's where Frasier, the character, started.
right. I'm gonna say he's got to be 70s.
I'm gonna go $1. No, I'm kidding. It's not Price is Right. I'm gonna go 74.
Okay, 70 is the answer.
Okay, right on the money.
And I want you to congratulate him because he's set to become a dad again.
Oh
That's
man.
right. Him and his wife are going to welcome their 4th child, while Grammer will bring his count to 8 total. I think his oldest is probably about. I
Didn't
don't
you
know,
just say
50?
the other day that like somebody that was 105 or something is gonna have a baby too?
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Look, the earned income credit tax rebate is not a retirement plan.
No, there is a ceiling on that. You understand? It doesn't work that way.
It's wild.
I mean, yeah. Can you imagine having kids that are like, one of them's like 48, and the other's like brand new?
I mean, I can't imagine
Out
having
of the
kids
box.
now. You know what I mean? So I can't imagine having kids now. You know what I mean? Like, I think I got more cool uncle energy than I do dad energy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, I hear you. I feel you, man.
Yeah.
That's a tough STD to get.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah.
A UK mom going on a shopping trip with her kids got a bigger bill than she expected. It wasn't from the stuff they bought. Yadidi Kava took her car to a parking garage. The 2-hour stay should have cost $4.50. She was charged slightly over $4,500.
You sure she didn't park in Nashville?
Right?
Yeah.
It's expensive like that.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Like, so my first apartment that I had in Nashville before I moved out to where I'm in at now out there, I lived in downtown off 3rd. And on top of my rent, that was already crazy expensive for a 200 square foot apartment. I had to pay another
200.
Yeah.
That's not very big, is it?
Oh, dude, literally, it was a bed, a shower, a
like
toilet.
it's just the minimum, yeah.
Oh, straight up, yeah. And like that was already expensive enough, but then on top of the rent that I had to pay another $200 a month for parking.
Wow.
And then that's cheap on the parking side of things out there. I got a buddy, he just got a luxury apartment in downtown that's right across the street from Bridgestone and is connected to like the Ryman and all that. He pays $400 a month on top of his rent.
What, did the mob run the curbs over there?
Oh, it's insane, dude. It's insane. And like the police are on it when it comes to the
Well, I
parking
bet
out
they
there.
are. They
yeah.
know how much money they make.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane.
No, that's money right there.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. 7 men from L.A. are being charged in connection with the largest jewelry heist in U.S. history. The U.S. Attorney's Office for California's Central District said the defendants are accused of stealing 24 bags with about $100 million worth of gold, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, Rolexes from an armored car in July of 2022. They were indicted last week on 2 counts of theft. Man, you pulled it off, back in 2022, and now they get you. Man, I'd have been gone, baby. I'm going to tell you what, don't let me get away with that kind of money, you'll never see me ever, anywhere. Now, my name will be Ricardo Pontalban.
Dude, I'm changing your name in my phone to that
I'll be in Ecuador. You'll find me there in a cave.
All right. So, side note to the conversation within the conversation on YouTube. Did you know him, little doggy? Because we were all wondering if somebody might have known him.
Who?
So, everybody's talking about Vorpal this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And
y'all finally boot him?
yeah, well, that's what it was all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And so little doggy was like, where did he go? And everybody's like, well, we booted him, man.
He kind of brought it. He was saying some wild stuff.
Yeah, no, he was wilding. I wasn't sure if it was a troll or if it was real.
Right.
I'm still not sure, Mike, to be honest, little doggy. Kraft Heinz is removing FD&C artificial dyes from its product, so now ketchup will be clear. I'm kidding. I'm absolutely
I was about to say, that was just weird.
That
Yeah.
would be weird. The company announced yesterday the dyes are going to be phased out by 2027. No new products with those ingredients will be launched, according to Kraft. 10% of its products sold use those colors, including Kool-Aid, Jell-O, Crystal Light, and Mio. So this is part of the RFK stuff that is going on.
Right.
That's good though. I mean, this stuff's been banned in other countries for a long time. It's not real good for you.
Well.
Netflix is opening a chain of, get this, entertainment venues.
Oh.
Netflix House will open near Philly, Dallas, and Vegas. More than 100,000 square foot venues will feature experiences inspired by Squid Game, Stranger Things, along with other shows.
So wait,
It'll
is this
also
like
include a restaurant?
a Netflix museum or something, or what?
It's some type of entertainment venue, so I don't know what they'll have in there, if they'll show their own stuff, if they'll
Right.
do, premieres, things like that. I don't know.
Hashtag justice for Blockbuster.
Yeah, right? Bring 'em
Still
back.
miss Blockbuster, man. The one over on West Markham and the one on Rodney Parham. Those are my ones when I was a kid.
I still see the lonely red box here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking when you said that first. I was like, Redbox already tried that. It didn't work out too well for them.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's crazy is up in Oregon, there's one Blockbuster that's still open. Like it's still
Yeah.
open
Yeah.
to this day.
Is it?
Oh yeah, like I
Yeah.
want to go there so bad.
Yeah.
Like the
And
moment.
the only customer is the guy named Fred.
No, straight up though. Like the moment Vantage gets a show offer in Oregon, I don't care if we get paid. Like I just want to go to.
You just want to do
Blockbuster.
it.
Like
Yeah.
you pay me by letting me go to Blockbuster, we're good. We're
Yeah.
all good.
Maybe
know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
perform in front of it.
Well, dude, they turned it into an Airbnb sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like you can
Really?
stay in the
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free rentals?
Yeah.
That's great. Lorenzo. Lorenzo, the 110-year-old lobster, lives to be another day. New York officials pardoned the lobster that's lived at Pete's Clam Bar in Island Park for a long time. You good? He's breaking. I broke him with a 110-year-old lobster.
Because you just went straight from the hard pan of like, I don't give a shit about Blockbuster to we got a 105-year-old lobster.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell people about. And you understand the importance, the significance of this? He got freed on National Lobster Day. It was 110. They put him back in the ocean. He was like, man, screw y'all. Do you know how long it took to get where I was? I wanted to go. I'm tired.
That got me,
Now I
dude.
got to walk back all the way from here. All right. Lots of stuff going on with Iran and Israel. You've probably seen it. They're throwing things at each other. They're saying mean things. So far, we're not overly involved. Hopefully, we'll stay not overly involved. Let's see what else is going on here.
What's up, Patrick? How you doing, man?
What?
Patrick, good morning, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. I was saying good morning to Patrick. All right over there, man? Sorry.
Oh,
Interrupt your, story time.
Sorry, I can't hear you. They're playing drums right now.
Oh, okay.
hey, I was gonna ask y'all though. I don't think we've talked about this yet. What's y'all favorite cartoon show?
Shut up, man. A 29-year-old Swiss guy, his name's Luka Krisnik, received a successful double hand transplant 17 years after losing limbs to a severe infection. It was a surgery conducted at Penn Medicine and it took years of preparation. First operation like it since 2019. He's recovering well, regaining function, and is able to use his hands.
Uses it to look up the 105-year-old lobster on the.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he did with it. Now, what the first thing he did was? He went to Pornhub.
That's wild.
I don't know if that's true at all.
He went on there and looked up the lobster.
The Tennessee-based organization Quilt raised $26,000 to wipe out more than almost $5 million in medical debt for 3,300 residents across 10 counties. The campaign launched last year and exceeded the fundraising goal, delivered an average of over $1,400 of debt relief per person. That's pretty cool. That's nice. You had some debt relief recently, sir.
I did?
Yeah.
You just
You
putting
don't-
stuff out there. That's what
You don't remember ASAP Rocky?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's how quickly we forget the generosity of others who pay our bills.
I thought we were just putting this man credit card
mean,
debt out here.
Right. I was like,
No,
what are
my-
you talking?
my
Where
man-
are you going with
my
this?
man-
I was trying
My
to.
man got his debt paid off by ASAP.
Yeah, dude,
Rocky.
I was chilling at the house and like my Cash App went off and
Yeah.
it was like ASAP Rocky's got you, and then like because you can do like you can pay for something and then do like pay over time on
like
it or whatever.
Infinity or whatever. It's
Yeah, and so it popped up and it was like he's paid one of your afterpay things or whatever. And it ended up
sick.
being for my PS5 and TV from Aaron. So I was like,
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
thanks for a free month of rental ASAP.
Yeah, it was just a month. It wasn't the whole thing. You
Yeah,
didn't pay off the whole thing. He said, I got you this month.
Yeah,
though."
then I would have remembered him.
Yeah, then you would have remembered. You're like, no, thanks for the month. Hey,
Yeah, man. Great.
Aaron's could have done that for me.
Right.
Okay, let me move on here. Okay, it takes balls to run a 90-mile race, and Toby Freeman has a costume to prove it. The founder of Robin Cancer Trust, a charity established in the memory of his brother. He passed from testicular cancer, so to raise awareness, he donned a costume that looked like a set of testicles, complete with hair stubble, and ran the 90-mile journey. Took him 3 days to complete it. He hoped it raised awareness, broke the stigma, and removed some of the embarrassment. Not from your wife, I'll tell you that. No, she's plenty embarrassed of this. No, it's great. He raised actually over $300,000 for the cause. So, would you run 90 miles in a suit look like testicles to raise that much?
I mean, I wouldn't run 5 miles in any costume. I just wouldn't run. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Like,
That's not
you
fair.
know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna run to the buffet. That's about it.
Yeah, I run to as soon as they bring out the hot orange chicken. I'm up there.
Yeah.
This is only a Florida thing right here. A viral clip shot at a Tampa apartment community showed an unidentified woman calmly petting an alligator lounging beside a pond, while another resident filmed it in disbelief. Viewers blasted the stunt as dangerous for both the women, the animal, and the animal, noting that habituated gators can lose their fear of people. And, anyway, then they called it illegal harassment under Florida. Why? She pet the gator. Look, this is what you call FAFO. All right? She rolled the bone. She got lucky this time. She'll roll them again. Next time, she won't be so lucky. She'll be in the river, and that'll be that, So let nature take its care of that. Nature will sort that out for you. Hey, this is pretty awesome. The highlight of Monday's College Baseball World Series between Arkansas and Murray State was the Razorbacks pitcher Gage Wood. He threw just the third no-hitter in college baseball World Series history, which is awesome. But Wright's Barbecue has earned accolades from both the local and national crowd. After Monday's performance, they posted that Wood will never pay for brisket again.
Nice.
That is the gift that keeps giving, right?
Right.
There.
Yeah.
I might never leave. I might not even want to play pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean free brisket
Just for the free
life.
brisket.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I want to go play pro anymore? There's
mean-
nothing left for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm getting married, having kids now. I got free brisket for life. Screw it. There's nothing else I need to accomplish.
The brisket would be enticing, but if Buffalo Grill here in Little Rock told me I got free food for life, then it'd be a wrap.
That's it. That'd be done. Screw rock, screw Nashville. I'll sing songs in Buffalo. Yeah,
Have you been to Buffalo Grill?
it's a good place.
I love it, man. I've been going to that one since they had the other one on Markham when I was like this tall. Like
Wow.
I'd go there every Saturday. The waiter kept a Star Wars book for me to read,
Yeah.
like while I was there. Yeah,
That's just because you were bad otherwise.
yeah, straight up.
Yeah, no, I get it. He invested in it because he was tired of chasing your rugrat ass.
straight up.
The Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champs in front of the home crowd. Panthers put together a dominant performance, put away the Oilers, a final of 5-1. The star of the night, Sam Reinhart. He pulled off that hat trick, added a fourth goal to top off a great night. Matt Tkachuk netted the remaining goal in the first period. The Oilers got on board late in the third, but it was too little too late. Last team to win back-to-back seasons was the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2020 and 2021. They were the first team to win back-to-back. So you go twice in, less than 2 decades. If you're a hockey fan, that's big news. All right. Yeah, let's do a spot real quick, and we'll be back. We'll do something here. I don't know what. Something. You know, a lot of times you might not hear cool and attorney in the same line, but when I'm talking about Riggin Law, you will, because Kristen Riggin and her crew are just cool people. You know, going to an attorney can be intimidating, and you feel like you're being talked down to. They're talking in legalese, and it's scary. Not with Kristen. She's going to break it down to you just like I would, sit there and talk to you, kind of work it out and figure it out in the fair and right way. Doesn't matter if it's divorce or custody or if it's elder law. They do a lot of stuff to help out with, you know, court situations where you may have a family member who's died and you've got something going into probate. Man, you don't want to argue with your siblings over that. Don't put yourself in that position. That's what Riggin Law does. They'll help you work through the probate and all of that. If you've got a custody issue, even a criminal issue, it doesn't matter. Kristen can help you. And man, they are an amazing group of people. You can give them a call, 249-1289. It's 249-1289. Or just go to rigginlaw.com and tell Kristen we sent you. If you're looking for a vehicle, you know where to go. Fitz Auto is the place to go. Now, you can go online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. What makes them different? What makes them special? Well, they work with you regardless of your credit history because they're their own bank. They don't have to ask anybody else. It's up to them who they work with. And they have late model, low mileage vehicles. They're going to save you money. They're going to put you in something you can be proud of. And it doesn't matter, sports car, truck, SUV, boat, RV, camper, amphibious units. They've got motorcycles, anything you could possibly want on wheels and an engine. They've got it there for you. Check them out, fitzauto.com. Start there, in there. It's where you're going to go because it's the best deal.
No matter how far we've come, we're always 7 steps back. It's hard staying calm while I'm under attack. Just like that. Outside agitators have somehow made it inside. All these wannabe dictators, none on the same side, but they all aim to divide. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. We've got hard tongues and cotton souls. Is time telling us, or do we tell time? Rolled up sleeves and nowhere to go. Bit into an apple but got a mouthful of lime. Your tattoo says it's us until the end, but your lips are saying you're through. I guess even words in ink can be bent. Maybe we didn't use the right glue. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. Reload. Surrounded by bad players, we have to get back to back. Do we even have a prayer facing down these attacks? Just like that. Caught in the crossfire, assassins out to close the deal. Zero chance we survive if we can't find each other for real. Killers come to kill. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. Rat-a-tat-tat. Reload.
we are back and almost here. But now we're back.
There you go.
Scooch in a little bit there. Here. Rich, why are you taking up so much middle space?
Man,
I don't know what's going on with
Sorry.
you today.
Thank you, Mr. B.
Yeah, all right. Well, you didn't have to get quite that. Just give me, yeah, there you go. Just a little room right there. You made me nervous. All right, everybody, let me introduce. No, I'm excited, actually. Justin is the next in our series of Reinvent My Life. Reinventing my life. And Justin is someone, Justin Waddle, who has a very compelling story. I wanted to bring him on to share a little bit of that. You really, made a strong right turn in your life. I mean, you made a big change there. Tell people kind of where you came from and what's transpired in, a short window.
Well,
here.
it's kind of like the song says, I started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, it's the Holy Spirit that changed my whole life around you, the Spirit of the truth that showed me and set me free. But I didn't start there.
Yeah.
I mean, my name is Pastor Justin Waddle, and I didn't start there either. As a 5-year-old boy, you walk up to your mom and you ask, am I a boy or girl? And Mom said, why? And I said, well, Daddy's touching me. And she said, she went down a long path of that. And then we got this man in our life. He was my stepdad. His name was, well, you ain't gonna mention no names. We don't like the busybody, He changed my life, you understand? But the fact of the matter is he was my dad figure for me until I was like 13. And then him and my mom got a divorce because we found out that he was a cross-gender. He cross-dressed and he hid it, back then it wasn't,
Right.
back then it wasn't legal or whatever you call it. But it really freaked me out because if I couldn't trust my natural dad and if I couldn't trust my fleshly dad, how could I trust a spiritual father who I ain't never seen before in my life? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it kind of threw me down a wild path of craziness. And at 15 years old, at 13 or 14 years old, I started doing methamphetamines with my mom. And when she found out that my stepdad was doing that behind the tables, they got a divorce, and she fled to Heber Springs, Arkansas. And at 13 years old, the police called my house and said, is Charlotte Daniels' residence here? And I said, yes, sir, it sure is. And he said, well, we found her in the woods. She's almost dead. The animal's been eating in her head, and she took a bottle of pills. And she was in the woods for 3 days, And
Wow,
so,
that's wild, man.
yeah, at 13 years old, I had to answer that phone call. And then, in her state of mind, I don't blame her for this then. I did then, but I don't now. But we asked her who she loved more, the guy that she was with. Me and my brother did in the hospital room. And she didn't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
So at 13 years old, I was walking down I-30, 630 freeway, and crying, bawling my eyes out because I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? So then at 15 years old, we started doing methamphetamines real hard and doing other drugs, doing things of that capacity, and hanging out with my brother and them. They were 4 years older than me. My cousin's 6 years older. My cousin was mentally unstable, and he used to beat on us a lot. At 6 years old, he used to hold me down and peck on my chest until it started bleeding, and then I'd cry out for my mom, and he'd spit hawkers down my throat. That's the kind of life I lived throughout the course of why I changed into a drug addict.
Right. It sounds like, just in listening to you, that basically everyone in your life for some lengthy period of time betrayed you.
Well, what's so funny about it?
Whether they meant to or not, that's what happened.
Right. Well, Scripture says that your mother and father will forsake you, but the Lord will never forsake you.
Right.
Okay. And the truth of the matter is that's the truth. That sets you free right there because it helped me forgive my mother. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But she really is the one that should be forgiving me because, see, I started going down a mental unstable capacity mind frame, and I went to 17 mental institutions throughout this course of my life.
Yeah.
I was in 8 seclusion rooms. I had 5 straight jackets on. Let me tell you something. If you're in a seclusion room and you start seeing sheetrock, that's not sheetrock. That's concrete wall. Don't headbutt that wall. I don't care how crazy you are. You're going to change right into headbutting some plexiglass window. You hear me?
Yeah. I know.
So, it's that kind of life that pushed me into that lifestyle because I had a legion of demons on me. I used to swell my face up. I get so mad at myself because I didn't understand why everybody hated me or nobody wanted to accept me or I didn't know. I try to sell myself as a
Right.
friendship. I try to buy friendships from people
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would go out and like people would ask me to kick in doors for them or do things that they couldn't do because I was so mentally unstable that I didn't
Right.
care. I didn't
You
have a
didn't-
conscience. I had a James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's what I was scripturally, you know. And it was truly amazing the life that you live on that side of the river if you don't see it spiritually.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was spiritually in tune with the spiritual side of the realm, just not the one I wanted to be.
Right. No.
That's
hear
why
what
I
you're
had a
saying.
legion of demons on me, you see.
Yeah.
And most people think this is far-fetched because they don't know that God is real. They don't know who the Holy Spirit is. And see, if the Holy Spirit's real, it means Jesus Christ is the one who gave us this beautiful gift through his blood, you know. The truth that sets you free, people think that's just a figure of speech. It's the truth, the spirit of truth, you see. Like we're telling the truth right here.
Yeah.
See how it works?
So here you are, you're, 15, 16 years old. You're, using methamphetamines. You feel like you're lost and you're kind of spiritually in the wilderness there. What happens next?
Well, I used to help out the wrong people all the time. And I never would help out my Nana or anybody that's important, you know what I mean? I always blame them for what happened in my lifestyle.
Right.
And not protecting me through my cousin, fighting him all the time and having to fight off his jealousy because his parents went to prison and mine didn't. So he was real jealous of us. He used to beat me and my brother up all the time. And so the facts of the matter is I went down a course of, well, let me go help these people who didn't deserve it. And I lived in that lifestyle for a long time up until the fact I became a needle junkie dope fiend. I was real pathetic, man. I was crawling and graveling in the carpets and digging and carpet surfing until my fingers were blistered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I wasn't pimping, you know what I mean? I had Abercrombie and Fitch on. I was just an old needle junkie dope fiend. I didn't understand any other process. That's what my mind processed. I thought
Right.
my purpose was to help other people
So
by
you
beating up people and taking their stuff for them.
So you graduated from, being a difficult kid and having problems to becoming basically a full-on junkie and a criminal, a small-time criminal kicking in doors, beating people up, things like that.
Well, it wasn't just that. I was a good needle junkie dope fiend. I did it for good causes. You know what I mean, if people needed help or protecting, Waddle, get them. You know what I mean? It wasn't no asking no questions. If I heard Waddle, get them, I would get them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was protect the ones that would I thought was my friends.
Right,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? But they was using me every which way they could. And my best friend all my life, he slept with all three of my ex-wives, I'm on my fourth marriage now, which is your top contributor, my beautiful wife, Crystal Ann Waddle.
She is a lovely lady. I know Miss Crystal
Oh,
well.
yeah. She'll talk your ear off.
She's a good lady.
She's beautiful. Her kids, Jolie Keene and James Keene, they've helped me grow into a man, But before we got there, I went to prison twice. Once was for... So as a needle junkie dope fiend, I really wasn't good. I used to call myself Dr. Waddle because I used to shoot up in the muscles. I missed a vein or something,
Yeah.
I'm shooting everything from pills, anything that would break down.
Yeah.
Because, this is who it was.
That's what junkies do,
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about nothing else. Nobody else cared about me. That's what my mind thought.
Yeah.
My mom, she tried all her life to do everything which way she could to make up for what my father did to me or whatever you may call it. But the facts of the matter is it wasn't good enough in my eyes for her.
Yeah.
So I got her kicked out of my Nana's house because I used to go down there and I threatened to kill my aunts. I threatened to kill everybody because I was on Xanax one time. I hate bars. Every time I took bars, I ended up behind bars. So I got my mom kicked out of my Nana's because if she didn't live there, I wouldn't go down there.
Yeah.
So now my mom's living in this little janky small trailer, man. I'm running her down through there. I'm taking all of her money, going and spitting on K2 and all this chaotic crap that I used to smoke along with shooting up dope. And next thing you know, man, we're getting into an argument. The police come over there, and I stole some clonopin from her, and so they found it on me, so they was arresting me. Mm-hmm. Man, I broke loose from them and headbutted my 58-year-old mother. That's how chaotic I was in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Broke her nose right in her face.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
That's wild.
And the love
literally.
of Christ lets her love me still.
Yeah.
See, if it wasn't for the love of Christ, she would never love me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So that was your second time you went
That
back
was
to
the
prison?
first time. That was the
Oh,
first
first time.
prison trip. Yeah,
Now-
I begged the Lord to take me down through
How
that.
long were you in prison that time?
15 months.
15 months. So you got out and then you went back?
Well, no, I didn't go exactly back. You know, I went through quite a few mental institution trips, you know, here and there throughout the years. I'd go periodically. You know, I went to 17 of them. So it's like, you know, 5 in St. Vincent's, 5 in UMES. I went to Living Hope. I went to, you know, all kinds of stuff. Bridgeway.
Sure.
Things that such, you know, flopped around trying to, they was guinea pigging me, trying to regulate my medication. I was on 150 milligrams of Thorazine shuffle a day. Man, that Thorazine didn't work, so they flipped me to Halidol. You know what Halidol is?
Sure, I've heard of it.
Okay, well, Halidol, if you don't take the cogentin with it, it'll seize you up. It'll make you walk around like this, and man, it almost killed me, man.
Yeah,
Halidol.
that's wild.
It was psychotic medication.
So you go through this, you know, this just a horrible period in your life, which culminates in, you know, you're now, you know, you've been to prison, you're still struggling, you're still having problems. What was that rock bottom that you came up from, man?
So
Where was your moment to rise?
okay, so the second trip I went back to prison for was I went to my aunt's house, which they had an order of protection on me out there, of course, because I threatened to kill him. Sorry, Aunt Mary, I love you, by the way, Aunt Sure. But the truth is, I went out there to get my mom to take me to a mental institution. You know what I mean? She's my go-to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't be a man. She was my man for me. You know what I mean? I was a mama's boy, if you will.
Yeah.
And so, like, everything I depended on was her for doing it, and then if I didn't get it, I blamed her for that.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we're on board now. So, boom, she's in Florida with my aunt, and I call her, and I'm asking her to help me get to a mental institution. I'm done with this. I got 2 knives in my hand. I'm ready to stab myself again. I've done stabbed myself once before in my life and cut off 3 inches of abs with a pair of house scissors. I mean, I was,
wow.
a legion of demons, man. You see that?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I had a legion of demons in me,
You
yeah.
went through it, man.
Oh, man, it was chaotic. And so the police came and arrested me for terroristic threatening. Okay, they said I terroristic threatened my
To be
mother.
honest, you sound like everybody ever saw on the ID channel.
I can guarantee you one thing for sure, man. I got a lot of notches on my belt, and I guarantee you every one of them is, it was chaotic, man, until the Holy Spirit took over my life.
Yeah.
And so I went to prison the second time for no reason.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't terroristic threatening my mother, Mr. Shoemaker. I was terroristic threatening myself. I was threatening to kill myself. And so when they took me to jail, they put a first degree battery on me or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I went to court after 111 days, I done signed for my 6-month PV, so I'm waiting for a ride to the prison. Okay, so that's a hold on me, right? The prosecuting attorney was like, "Hey man," I said, "I'll plead guilty if you run this concurrent with my PV." He's like, "Yeah, well you got to stay away from Charlotte Daniels. You got to order protection on you." I was like, "Whoa, bro, that's my mama. I don't care about no order protection or not. I'll never stay away from my mama. You know what I mean? I don't care what we've been through." And he said, "Well, you threatened to kill her." I said, "No, I didn't. I threatened to kill myself." And he said, "Well, you need to go back to jail. We're going to verify this." Boom, they verified it. I went back to court. They released me that day.
Yeah.
They gave me a paper. I could have walked out of court that day if I had not signed for that 6-month PV. So I went and did a 6-month PV for no reason.
Wow, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Hey, other than to get the true powers of the Holy Spirit, because in Calico Rock is when I got it.
So that's where you felt a transformation happen.
So, you know, everybody calls it jailhouse Christianity. Well, that's true if you get out and go back to your old lifestyle. But this is just it's called a Damascus Road experience is what the Bible calls it.
Yeah.
See, I was a Saul turned to Paul, if you will.
Yeah, no,
See how that works?
I'm familiar with the story.
Okay. So say for instance, I went through. I should have just did 6 months, but in Dermont, when I first went down, these 12 Aryans approached me and told me to, if I didn't beat up this dude that said I was a snitch.
Yeah.
It was a wolf ticket is what it was. They pulled a wolf ticket on me. You know me, I'm in prison for fighting anyway, baby. I'm going to jump off and do what I do best.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went in 3 days in the hole, and then they put me right in the same barracks with the same 12 Aryans. So, of course, I start prospecting. I had to fake it to make it, you know what I mean? I love Jewish people. I love Israel.
Yeah.
I stand with Israel. Okay, well, I ain't got nothing against the Aryans, but hey, guess what? They don't like Jewish people. I do. But hey, I ain't getting killed in there, and you ain't going to kill me and stomp me out while I'm sleeping because I said no.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here on that board, okay? So, boom, we rack up some stuff in prison. I get 75 days in the hole for banding together in this race riot. And that's when the Holy Spirit started moving.
Yeah.
I burned a blanket. I burned a bed sheet back in there in the hole because I had some brothers around me. And I didn't want them to know that I was weak and didn't
Yeah.
want to be with them no more. And so I burnt the blanket, and they threw me into a chamber that looked like this, but real small. And it was in November. Butt naked, because once you burn property, they take everything from you.
Yeah.
So, well, I needed to get up out of there, method, okay? And so, boom, I burned a blanket, and they send me to the hole for 75 days. And boom, I get a letter from my mom and says that my daughter has headbutted this boy in preschool. She's about to get expelled, that she needs me to come home and help her with my daughter. And the Holy Spirit quickened me and was like, hey, when you going to band together with your mother?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, man. So that's when it started clicking. So, boom, they shipped me. I started telling the warden I needed to get up out of there. I don't want to be a part of this no more. I don't know what I was thinking. I was on a 6-month PV, whoop-de-whoop. They got a hit out for me. I was wolf ticketing him, just to get to ship me. They shipped me to Calico Rock, and that's when the Holy Spirit took over my life. That's when I was in the hole for 75 days by myself, you know what I mean? And the Holy Spirit started showing me how to use Scripture against my flesh. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray without ceasing.
Yeah.
And so as I'm in there reading my word and doing nothing else, I tell the warden at Calico Rock that I had a hit out to put me in a one-man cell.
Mm-hmm.
And so, bada bing, bada boom, the warden's on a Sunday there for no reason he shouldn't be. Okay, then next thing you know, he comes back 10 minutes later and says, hey, man, we're going to put this man named Joseph Lawrence in your cell with you. And I said, man, if you just put a one-man door cell on me and now you're coming back telling me you're going to put, then the Lord wants me to talk to him. And so sure enough, as soon as he walks in, he sees my name, Waddle. And he said, Waddle. He said, you got some family living in Dalloway? I said, I sure do, my dad. He said, you remember when you went to your dad's house when you were 17 and he took you to that party way out in the country and we drank flaming Dr. Peppers together? Remember me? And I said, Joseph Lawrence? And he said, yep, that's me. Boom, it's like an epiphany. He took me 17 years, okay, way, way far away. And now in November I was praying for my friend. I didn't know what for. And he comes in, he goes, hey, man, what have you been doing? I said, I live in Jacksonville. He said, do you know a lady named Brandy Neal? I said, I sure do. He said, I was talking to her on a phone. I was in work release in Benton, and I got knocked off for my battery. But I was talking to her on the phone, and she got in a car wreck and got killed in November. And that's exactly when I started praying for my brother. So God took something that I met this dude 17 years prior at a Flaming Dr. Pepper party. Okay, put us both in a one-man cell together to tell me why I was praying for my brother.
Yeah.
And that night, man, I was running through these church doors, busting through these doors, and in my dream, in my vision, Joel 2:28, young men will see visions. Well, my wife that I have now was running with me, and all I could see in the vision was her long hair. So every time she straightens her hair, I can see my vision again. You know what I mean? And so we're busting through these doors. We can't find our way out, and boom, we bust through these double doors. And at first, I thought it was a pool party back in the day, but now I know it was paradise. And these people were waving these elephant ears. And they were all looking at me. And this little blue-eyed, blonde-haired boy comes up to me and says, "Bale, bale," like that. I'll never forget. Guess what it means? You are welcome. You are welcome in the spiritual world. I Googled that. I Googled that, Mr. Shoemaker. I Googled that when I got out because I wanted to know. I wanted to know what that little boy said to me in blue eyes and blonde hair. And it was like the Holy Spirit come to Jesus like the little child, you know what I mean? And when he reached up, said, "Bale, bale, you're welcome, you're welcome." As like a dead man out of a coffin, I resurrected. I said, he directs our path. Because in my vision, when he was running through the doors, I couldn't find my way out. And we busted these double doors together, me and my wife. And I raised up out of my dead sleep. He directs our path. And I ran right to my Bible, and I flipped right open to Proverbs 3:6. And all I always acknowledge him, and he directs our path. And you see these tattoos on me? Mm-hmm. Okay. You see this one right here? Mm-hmm. It's got birds on it. It's one of my favorite pictures of the whole mural. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so check this out. Joseph Lawrence is sitting on his rack. He goes, "Man, I like that smiley face above that cross." And so, boom, you see that smiley face above that cross?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, I said, Israel!
That's wild, man.
Yeah, it was way wild.
Fast forward to now, and you're a pastor.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm a witness. See,
Okay.
the Holy Spirit's the pastor. I just witness. See,
Right.
He teaches me the knowledge, and that's what really the truth that set me free was the knowledge of the Lord.
So now you're out, you work or you do whatever.
So because of my past life, the 17 mental institutions, I'm on mental disability for being mentally unstable.
Gotcha.
Okay, he uses my old past life to pay for my rent for my house that he's given me through my landlord. My landlord said, I have so much confidence in you because of being a pastor and things of that such, and 6 years of being a good friend with him. He said, we have so much confidence in you that we're just going to give you our home and let you pay us out for it, because his wife's a realtor and he's the accountant.
Yeah.
Mr. Michael Hyde and Denise Hyde, if y'all need a realtor. Oh, you might know him. You probably know him.
Probably do.
Ain't that awesome? This dude right here, he thinks we're a success story. This guy here is in a success story, bro. I love your whole family. But yeah, so they're about to bless us with a home. In a week, and by next week should be, we're going to sit down and sign the papers, and so my net worth will be $250,000 to the government. That's what everybody will see me as on the internet or whatever.
Yeah,
you call it.
right.
I don't know nothing about none of this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just know how I used to know how to fail, and now I don't know how to do nothing but succeed because the Holy Spirit took all the negative
Man,
thoughts.
you know what I do know is it sounds like that it's a complete turn in your life. You're doing much better things now. You don't sound like you're an ID channel person anymore, that you're going to be whacking, the family next to you or anything. And I think this is an amazing story. I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, it's just quite an accomplishment, quite a testimony to come through all of that to this other side.
Well, a lot of it has to do with my boss, Glenn McClendon, at McClendon's Appliances in Benton, Arkansas.
Good people over there.
Well, he helped me. He taught me how to be a stable man.
Yeah,
God puts people in your life for a reason.
sure.
You know what I mean? To teach you how to do certain things.
That's right.
Because I ain't never been taught how to be a man. I was raised by 5 women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I was, because my stepdad was a cross-dresser, right? Get it, Mr. Shoemaker? I was raised by 5 women.
Yeah, this guy here.
He was one of them.
Yeah.
But listen, the truth is, the Lord has changed my whole life around through using him, and my stepson taught me how to be a man, Mr. James Keene. He taught me how to put my feelings aside and put other people's feelings in front of mine. Because I used to react like a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, that's just who you rub off, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're going to make the ladies mad, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
You're
well,
gonna make
they
them
love
mad.
both sides of them, you know what I mean?
They'll make you mad.
Well,
They'll
my
make
wife
you
loves
mad
it
at
now, for sure. Thank you, Miss Crystal. I love you, Lord.
Well, man, I'm so glad that you came by. I'm so glad that you shared your story. I know it takes a lot to, be that vulnerable and share that. And I'm sure that you're out there helping a lot of people overcome, man.
You want to, before we go, I know we're probably busting time here.
Yeah, I really am.
Okay, listen. You want to use a scripture to bring to life the ball man story in the news? Remember the ball man? He
Yeah.
ran 3 miles.
Yeah.
And he earned $300,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so every time God gives you direction and have a 3 to pertain to it, like you 3 men I was directed to, or Abraham saw where to sacrifice Isaac on the 3rd day, or Moses was hid for 3 months, Jonathan shot 3 arrows for David's direction. Everybody knows Jesus and the 3 crosses, 3 nails that hung him, 3 names above him, rose on the 3rd day, went through life, death, and resurrection, preached the gospel for 3 years, and he got crucified at the age 33.
Yeah.
Okay, our numbers are Morse codes. Boop, 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 boop. If you know the Morse code God calls it, you'll see it more clearly. So 3 means direction from the Lord, okay? Because the Holy Spirit is Father, Son, Holy Ghost. He is our direction. So every time you see 3 in your life, that means direction from the Lord. So if Abraham saw where to sacrifice Isaac on the 3rd day for God's direction, we saw where to go for God's direction on GPS. Back in the day, for direction was a MAP, or what's your estimated time arrival, your ETA. See, every 3 in the Bible means direction, like Joshua took 3 days to cross the Jordan, Peter denied Jesus 3 times, Elijah prayed over a widow's dead son 3 times and rose him from the dead. All this really happened. A donkey got whipped 3 times and talked. Did you know that she really talked? See, the donkey really talked. See, every 3 in this life means direction from the Lord. You got a head, a torso, but that 3rd part of your body directs you everywhere. 1, 2, 3, go. 3rd time's a charm. Problems come in 3. Death's come in 3. 3 strikes you're out. It doesn't matter if it's 3 words or 3 things or 3 sections.
Right.
Every 3 in the Bible means direction from the Lord. It doesn't matter what it is. Jonah was thrown over the boat into the belly of the fish and then to dry land. He reached dry land in chapter 3. It took him 3 days to go to Nineveh, and he was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Come on, guys. That's Romans 2:11, for there's no partiality with God. See? That man ran 3 miles.
You're going to break my mic there,
Hey, I'll
bro.
pay for it.
He's that player.
I
He's
get so
up.
excited.
No, I know you do. I do. Well, listen, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
I really do appreciate you coming down today. It was
I love
awesome.
you.
Man, appreciate you, my brother, very much, very much. Hey, we're going to be right back, all right? So just stick around here. Oh.
If you come, if you darkness is coming, nightfall be here soon. On the verge of seeing my own tragic ruin. In the pitch black ink, monsters they do seek to prey on and torment those who are weak. I'm looking for you. I need you to reach down, pull me through. Can you? Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through? So many creatures looking to gnaw my bones. I wish there were detours, but my monsters are all homegrown. No, my monsters are all homegrown. Like a field full of fears, growing strong in the wild. It's time to come with me. Oh, my child, my child, my child, my sweet, sweet child. So many creatures looking to gnaw on my bones. I wish there were detours, but my monsters are all homegrown. No, my monsters are all homegrown. I'm looking for you. I need you to reach down, pull me through. Can you? Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through? The monsters are coming. Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through?
I don't.
We see you have the first pair and
Hold
the
on.
second pair.
Yeah, here we go. All right, we are back. We are back.
Are we though?
Well, I don't know. Kind of, we are. Kind of, we are. Welcome back to Patrick and what's up, man?
Oh no, go ahead, do your thing, man.
Oh no, I was going to tell you, man. I had the weirdest, not weird, but most interesting conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
So I picked up some new clients. They're from Toronto, Canada.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I started talking to him, and I said, man, I'll be honest with you. I don't know just a ton about Canada, but I know I love Letterkenny.
Oh, that show's so good, dude.
And they were like, you know that show?
Oh, pitter patter.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know that show. What are you talking about? Of course I do. Yeah, I love that show, man. And so we started, that kind of was a bonding moment. They lived like 30 minutes from where they shoot. So we started talking and it just, bantering back and forth. And we started talking about the difference between here and Canada because they came here and went to Pennsylvania briefly. They've been there and now they're coming here.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, how does it kind of differ? First thing she said is their tax rate was 53%.
Oh yeah.
53% right off the top. Boom. 53%. Boom. Right off the top.
That's insane.
14% sales tax. 13%. I'm sorry. 13% sales tax. Yeah. So I was like, well, that is a lot, but I know that you got the healthcare thing, that everybody talks about. And she said, there's Bunny.
What's up, dude?
There's Bunny.
I didn't know who was walking in.
All right.
You never do know.
I just saw somebody pop through the door. I was like, what's going on now?
So anyway, so I'm like, so how does that? I mean, that's a good thing, right? And she goes, no. She goes, really, it's not. She goes, you know what? She said, I have a friend who has a son. He needed an MRI.
Yeah.
It was going to be a year, and so she drove to Buffalo.
Wow.
To get an MRI, and then she had another friend who had cancer, and couldn't get in to see the oncologist for a year and a half, and she died before she got to the oncologist. Yeah. And she was like, so yeah. She goes, you have to wait so long for everything. She said, yeah, it's free. Yeah. But it's way. I mean, you can't just go to the doctor
whenever
like
you want.
you do here.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't just go anytime you want. You can't go see any doctor. You can't just get what you want.
Yeah.
You have to wait until it's available and if it's approved.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, that
sucks.
that doesn't sound
Doesn't sound that
very
great.
exciting.
Well,
Sounds like either way, you're not getting good health care between here and Canada. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're either going to get charged way too much here where it's just ungodly. They're like, we can get you in right away.
Right, we can see
$40,000.
Right.
Come
No,
on in.
you're right
you
about
know.
that. Now, I haven't seen it happen yet, but I know he made that the current administration made the deal where they with the pharmaceuticals. So those are supposed to be dropping any minute between 70 to 90%.
Well, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Because the max they can charge us is the low rate they charge any country.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, that's the deal he made is whatever you charge, the lowest rate you charge any country is what you charge us now.
Right.
That's what's up.
Because we're the biggest vendor you've got.
Right.
So we're not going to pay for everybody else's anymore.
Right.
That's what he says. So we'll see when or if that happens. I mean, it's supposed to, but I don't know.
It probably, just in my experience when I've seen this stuff, when you look at all of it, it probably has something to do with why that lobster lived to be 100.
That's right. No, that's right. If you're under the ocean, it's much better there. What's going on, Bundy? How are you, man?
So
Pineapple under the sea.
I'm glad you showed up.
Yeah, what you
Because I
got?
was telling Patrick, I was scrolling through Facebook yesterday, and you had posted something about if you needed the Conway Police Department, they were on some
dude, I
road
saw
beating the
that.
hell out of somebody.
They reported my status too. I had to take it down.
What do you mean you had to take it down?
Facebook will send you a little thing.
Oh,
they
Facebook
took it
said,
down.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they took it
Facebook
down.
said, no, you're not going to be snitching like that.
Bro, I don't know. Like, I'm bad too. Like, I should have just kept driving. Like, you know what I mean? But I was like, something's about to happen right here. Like, let me whip around and make sure these cops are doing right. And sure enough, I don't know what the deal was. Little old man, like my niece could have arrested this guy, right? And the three, just watching the three of them, I said in the status, like beating the shit out of him. They were really just kind of slamming him on the hood, slamming their.
So they were just
elbows
being a
into
little
his
rough
back.
with him.
Just being rough. And I
Right.
was just like, Jesus Christ, man. And then I whipped around again. We're in the middle of Oak Street, so I whipped around again. And
You didn't
by
pull
the
out
time.
your phone and start, recording or anything?
No, I didn't. I know. My wife said, most people would just stopped and recorded.
Right.
I was like,
Well,
I don't know. I just,
in fairness, you don't know. He might have said, you all guys look like bitches to me.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, I try to keep that in mind. I know I lack context on what's going on. But if
I'm
you'd
not saying that's what happened. I'm just
But
saying
if
he
you'd
might
have
said,
seen
you
this
fellas
guy,
look like
though."
a bunch of bitches.
if you'd have seen this guy, though, it was just
No, I
like,
believe you,
damn,
man.
what are these guys doing?
That is intense.
yeah,
York,
Conway's
Pennsylvania is the answer, Tasha Mack. Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, Conway PD, it seems like they're always missing it. You know, they're messing with an old man over here, but the real crime, there's an actual crime happening over here. You know, they're just always, just miss their mark.
They're shaking down the wrong character here.
Yeah, but I'm sure now my mom was like, great, you tagged them.
No.
Facebook post. Like, I'm sure they're going to be all over.
No, this is great. Tickets galore. That'll be your
Right.
new name. Your new name is Tickets Galore.
He'll be coming in with a new story every week. You want to hear what I got pulled over for this week?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, I'm going to see you in a video.
I'm on my P's and Q's.
Catching some
Y'all
nightsticks
come
and
get me.
whatnot.
Oh,
Oh, man, that's great, man.
that'd be good though, man. I was running late this morning. I didn't know it was supposed to rain again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, I
know.
guess
The
the
rain
storms
was
rolled
over,
in,
When
man.
did we become Seattle?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
It's just this summer, but
There was a whole bunch of rain coming in yesterday, though, on the drive, man. Like, it
Yeah.
seemed like from Nashville all the way to just past Memphis, it was just a
was it an atmospheric river?
Like, what?
That's what they call it now, you know. That's the new name for a good storm is an atmospheric river.
wow, I haven't heard that.
That's they use that term a lot in California. That's an atmospheric river. I'm like, you mean a storm?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the rebranding here.
Yeah.
That's
never
great.
heard it
No,
called
man, trust me. Google it.
Yeah.
Google it. It's real, man. That's real. What does he say? What was he saying? I do the same thing. I cussed out the Conway Narcotics and SWAT team for slamming my neighbor on the ground who had a brain tumor and could have died. I told him, treat him like a human. He wasn't even fighting. Oh, that's Tasha Mack.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
she's
crazy.
talking about that,
Yeah, I bet she did, too. I bet she did go out there in the yard and tell him what's what. She's just like, hold on a minute. Brandon said, thank you, Justin. Beautiful story. You made my week. So, see there, Justin, you're already making an impact out there. So, great job.
Yeah.
You had a story that was kind of crazy that you were sharing with me yesterday. What was that?
I had a couple of them actually.
Okay.
Which one were you referring
Well,
to
it
right
seemed
now?
like it was a family story, a real special family.
Yeah, so that was the one I was, again, dude, sometimes when I'm at home and it's a slow work day, you know, I can just scroll Facebook endlessly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, came across this one story. Y'all ever hear about that woman that married a rag doll?
No.
All right.
Must
So,
have missed
Now,
that one.
it's not just to make sure they understand. This is not some little baby, store rag doll. This is a
yeah, this is a
this
life-size
is a
male.
full-grown man.
Okay, not like a
rag
Raggedy
doll.
Ann.
No.
No,
Yeah.
he's full grown, bro.
Full grown, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
He's
they
got yarn down there.
Oh, man.
What?
here they apparently recently welcomed twins. He said, "Oh,
Dude, that's wild. That's wild.
Let's put 30 seconds on the clock.
Justin, who just left, like, hey, I know those guys.
I've seen them before. Yeah. Man, that is. So what's
Well-
the story here? Why is she even in the news?
Well, she's in the news because they recently welcomed 3 ragdoll children into the world, and she's saying life is a little stressful. She
Is
says,
it hard
gotta
to
be.
care for them?
Huh?
It's hard to care for them.
yeah, she says it's not easy,
They
but
won't
at the-
latch on to my nipple. Doctor,
says-
what's wrong?
she says she does
So-
get emotional.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at Turkey's comment.
X was a 105-year-old lobster.
She
Yeah.
said,
He was kidnapped though.
she said in everyday life, her and her husband, they have a lot of tasks with the new babies,
Yeah.
and while also looking for their first child, and that even when she's tired, her husband, helps her bathe, eat, and
I
sleep.
would like
and-
to point out to my wife that there are husbands who do less. I promise you, that guy's not doing what I'm doing. He cannot fix a machine for anything.
She said the expenses are increasing. The husband's under stress, the ragdoll husband,
Oh, is he?
because
He's not making a lot right
well,
now.
yeah, he's got to pay for food,
He's
clothes, rent, water, electricity, medications, yarn. No, I don't own the yarn, but
Yeah. Well, you have to have yarn for repairs.
I mean,
So
right.
stressed that he just can't even really talk right now.
No, he's become apoplectic. Yeah, it's just inside his own head somewhere, trapped in there. Just
Yeah.
like, no, I can't even have sex. I can't go to work. I'm beyond depressed. Just
Where's that story out of, Rich?
The UK.
The UK.
It was released on Daily Mail. She says, despite his concerns, he's always dreamed of having a family and children. So that's all he's ever wished for.
I just want to see this dude go to the DMV and just see what that process is like.
Man, look,
Yeah, look.
That
There's a great
picture's when they're
picture.
out.
Here. This was
That
him
is-
out at a recent event.
Man, look at that.
Yeah, I know a couple folks.
Come on, man. I will get a mask mask like that and wear that in public. That's hilarious.
Can we get a camera on that?
How do they have kids? He can't get it hard, like literally. Like, what do they? Like, you know what I mean? His whole body's soft.
Hey. You don't know what's working
Respect
under
the
there.
yarn, man.
Yeah, what
You
kind
know,
of yarn
hey,
you
do
working
you
with
understand
down there,
that? You know what a rhino horn's made of?
brother? Ivory, right?
Tufted hair.
Tufted hair. Okay.
Only tufted hair. That is it.
Oh, look. She
And
even has
so,
it.
are you going to say he couldn't
She
have
even has a lovely
tufted
photo
yarn?
when she was
Maybe.
pregnant.
Maybe.
What? She has a pregnancy?
Yeah, she has a pregnancy photo. That's of her when she was expecting, man.
Yeah, no.
Damn, brother. Damn, brother. Oh, man, it was a funny story until that. Now I just feel bad.
No, man, I don't know. Maybe if she has a real kid too, does she have a real kid too?
No.
Can you
Surely
imagine,
not.
Can you imagine if she had one real
Be on
kid?
suicide.
She heard you
watch.
say that she's going to be like the
Look,
armor.
there's a picture of her and her kids, man. That's
It's like, yeah, I have 3 real
That's the
children.
big happy family right there, man.
Yeah, these are your siblings.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, they're getting half of everything.
Look, it's a lovely family photo there.
So surely somebody in the UK has her house like pinged. Like, this is where the Psycho lady lives.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a watchman.
Right.
There's some kind of
there's gotta
camera.
be
There's a
something.
picture. There's some guy sitting in front of a TV, and they're like, "Don't ever stop looking at the door. Ever.
One of my best
Do not stop looking."
One of my best buds in Nashville is from the UK. I'm literally going to text him about this as soon as we leave.
The couple's relationship has seen many twists and turns over the last 2 years, from cheating rumors to kidnappings.
Who's cheating? I hope it's him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
I hope
assume
it's him.
him. He out there throwing that string
Yeah,
around,
they're
dude. He
throwing
out
that
there
yarn,
throwing that
slinging
string.
that yarn.
Yeah.
Baby, it was just Hobby Lobby. I was looking for stuff.
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
You went to Big Lots without me?
I didn't know Raggedy Ann was over there. I never been with a midget.
Oh,
That's wrong.
that's wild.
That's wild.
That's wild. So I wonder if is it like a legally recognized thing? Like, you know, some
No.
people like marry their dog or
It says last year the couple hosted a gender reveal in their homes, surrounded by 40 family members and friends.
Can you imagine those family members that are just sticking along, like, you know, like, keep it up?
The only people that knew were her husband, and the person that
Oh,
sewed
look.
the penis.
Look, isn't this an adorable picture?
No,
This is,
stop. It's
Terrifying.
this is the husband with their newly born ragdoll child.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I turned on the light and that dude was in my house, I'd shoot him.
1,000%.
Yeah, I'm putting a bullet in his yarn head. I promise you that. Tactical Turkey, speaking of bullets, said, "I wonder if the rag doll could put a starter on a in 3 days."
Who's talking shit, calling you out on that one?
No, I appreciate that. I'm gonna tell you what. Next time the starter changes in that turkey, you coming with me, and we're gonna see how quick you. I'm gonna put you on a timer, son.
You know, actually,
Yeah, you might be able to take apart a Remington in 8 seconds, but you ain't gonna take apart that Infinity. I promise you that.
so this just gave me a good idea for
What?
content.
Oh,
okay?
it was the husband that cheated.
I told you.
Oh, man.
That's what you think we were talking
Sorry, I
about.
didn't mean to interrupt.
no,
I was
you're
still
good.
reading
You can
there,
tell
but-
by the goatee he was a
Yeah,
player.
said, but in June, things seemed more sour as she claimed Marcelo, her husband, had cheated on her for a second time.
Yeah, a second time. even.
Second time.
This
Following
time
the
for real
alleged
pimp.
cheating.
Marcelo, you dog.
Following the alleged cheating, Maravoni, or however you pronounce her name, said the love rat was made to sleep on the sofa, and she even took away his penis.
No, she
She's
did
like,
that
I
for
can
sex.
just take that with me.
Yeah, it's just gonna Velcro that right off of there.
What content did you have, Luke?
So, wait, I'm just reading Turkey's comp. Did you just get, like, struck by lightning, like, right now?
No, he's just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, shit. But no,
Yeah, it's coming down out there.
but no, so, like, here's what you do. Turkey, I'm assuming you've got access to pepper spray. Okay.
Yeah.
So, y'all should have a contest to see who can put the starter on your car the quickest, and whoever loses gets pepper sprayed.
Yeah, no, we're
No.
not doing that ever.
No.
That's never gonna happen. I will never compete in a car repair.
right. Especially doing that starter
No,
on that one.
No,
It's
man.
already three
I
for a
got
loop.
3 different friends come by to just to try to break that nut, man. Just please pause. Just try to break it. Just try to break it. You know. And finally it happened. You know, but it was Yeah, no, it was a pain in the ass for sure. It's just it's really just it was tedious more than anything else.
Yeah.
But that one in the back, is trying to get it to. Oh,
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Sometimes with age comes wisdom. You should have called the lobster, man.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
He didn't answer.
So y'all remember the ex-police chief that was in jail that escaped?
Oh, from
they had
Arkansas?
from Arkansas.
Hell
They
yeah.
had a manhunt
Yeah.
for and
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So they caught him.
They did catch him, didn't
They,
they?
yeah, they,
A
they've
whole
caught him.
mile and a half from the jail.
Right.
But
So-
they had to bring in the super team. to
Yeah,
find
the
him.
Right.
US Marshals.
Like y'all couldn't even do a walk off.
They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, he was right over here. He's been
Yeah,
sitting
here
here
he
for
is.
2 weeks in the woods, starving to death.
He's got a campsite with a fire.
Shame on every Arkansan that called in and said, I see him. He's in Greenbrier. He's in Conway.
Oh,
He's
you
in
know,
Little
they
Rock.
started
Like,
calling.
oh my God.
Look, the people would see me and call. Oh, there he is. That's him.
He's got a podcast.
I'm a bald white dude.
Yeah, he's got a podcast
Gotta
5
be
days a
that
week.
guy.
Well, apparently now that he got caught, he's pleading not guilty
saw
to
that.
escaping the jail. And
saw
I was
that.
like,
How do you even plead not guilty to escape when you're outside the?
that's what I was saying. Like, what did they just come around and be like, "Hey, everybody, it's hide and seek versus the guards day. We're gonna
Right.
open up the doors."
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that he pleaded.
How do you
I didn't
plead?
even know it was an
How
option.
do
I
you
just
even
thought
do
you
that with
automatically got charged with something.
As an attorney, how do you straight face go? Yeah, we're gonna plead not guilty.
Right?
Yeah,
Come back.
I
Like-
tell you what, no, we're not gonna wait. I want to hear that argument.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
Give me a preview.
You were in your
counselor.
cell. You weren't there when they came looking for you. They had to call out everybody. How are you not guilty of escaping?
He's
I
gonna
gotta
pull
hear
out-
this argument.
I got a permission slip right here. It's just something written in lipstick says
That's
you
pass.
are free.
That he was in the he escaped from the same prison that our guest was talking about being in.
Oh, Calico
yeah,
Rock?
Calico Rock. Up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like is that a max or a minimum or what
To
is
be
it?
honest, before that Grant Hardin story, I didn't even know there was a prison up there. It's
Yeah.
such a small town. There's like a ghost town. It's right on the river. Like,
Really?
Yeah, it's up there.
I mean, I've heard of it. I've never been there.
It's up there by like Mountain Home, Cotter,
Okay.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Big trout fishing.
Yeah, is it in Yell County?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense now.
Yep.
It all comes together now. Now,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
I
right.
understand all of now. I
Right.
know why he pleaded not guilty. Yeah, he's in Yell County. Nobody's guilty in Yell County. I mean, come on.
But yeah, wild story. We looked for him for 2 weeks. We're finally like, can we get the U.S. Marshals in here? They were here for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't understand. Like, he was within 2 miles of the prison. Y'all couldn't find him. Y'all didn't do it.
Hold on,
2
man.
miles.
Well, Latasha, yeah.
Time out. First of all, Tasha, yes. First rule of committing a crime: never admit you did it, even if they have proof. That's right. That was the R. Kelly defense.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I don't know what
reading
you
this
wasn't
too,
being on
yeah.
camera, but look at Tactical Turkey. I thought he was bullshitting because that's what he does a lot. But he said I took a light whack by lightning and took an ambulance ride. What are you talking about? What do you mean a light?
Yeah, what's a light whack? Apparently, that's not Yell County.
I guess that if the holes don't come out of your feet, they just a light. that's-
Maybe he was just outside of where it struck.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
the
it's
like
a
aftershock
compression
of the
blast.
something.
No,
you know?
you don't take an ambulance ride because you had a little bump. That had to be. Listen, I spent enough time with him now to know that you'd probably have to about sever his leg and see the artery just squirt.
I was gonna say.
like a fountain at the Bellagio before he's going to call an ambulance.
Do we
So
do
he
we
had
need to get Tactical on the phone and have
Well,
him
we need
join?
to figure out what's going on.
Right?
Yeah, I got hit by
I'll tell you
lightning.
what, if it happened Friday, we've got about 2 days left to see if he's going to develop superpowers.
Well, I'm wondering now because the other day he was like, "Oh, I'm in
He'll
the
be
ER and I
tan
pulled
lightning.
pulled something in my back or
Beige
whatever."
lightning.
Then he called me at 1:00 in the morning and I was like,
What?
"Shh, I'm sleeping, man." And he's
This
like,
morning?
"Oh, I'm sorry. No. This was a
Oh,
couple
okay.
days ago over the weekend." And I
I
was
was
like,
working
yeah.
on a metal feed bin in a storm, like a light switch went off, legs quit me, hit my nerves.
Damn.
Holy shit,
Damn.
dude.
Is this what just sent you to the hospital like over the last couple days, Tactical?
What do you think? I mean,
I'm wondering if that's
he had a cold.
Yeah, I'm wondering
It
if
was
this
the
is an
shark
old
bite.
story or because now all of a sudden I feel real bad because I didn't know he was struck by
It
lightning.
was
I thought
definitely
he
the shark bite at Walmart.
thought he like slipped and fell or something.
Is that what's it? Shocking. That was a terrible pun. I'm sorry.
Like, yes, I got struck by lightning
dang.
and also have summer allergies.
My bad, man.
Also have summer allergies.
The good news, though, if anybody's trying to prevent lightning strikes in the future, you should call 1-800 emotional support horse.
That'll do it. That'll get you covered every.
I didn't know you were struck by lightning. My bad, man. I would have actually entered the phone then.
He called you at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's Rich's protocol for whether or not he answers a phone call. He's like, "Did this man get struck by lightning?"
All right.
It is,
No.
man.
No, he's calling it 1. It doesn't make sense. He would never call it this time, but you must have butt done. Screw it.
That's what I figured.
I was going to say, Rich outed himself. Most people just say, I was asleep. I missed it. Rich said, no, I woke up, saw it was you calling, and then went back to sleep.
Andy, let me reenact Rich at your call time. You ready?
Yeah.
You know what, Rich? Actually, I've got an idea, Rich. You know what you can do to atone for not answering his phone call?
Oh, God, stop.
Oh, let's hear it.
I'm afraid.
I just had a prank call idea.
Okay.
What you got to do, you call a doctor's office and you say you got struck by lightning. And now, when you go to reach for things, they move away from you.
That's actually kind of
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like it's almost like reverse telekinesis.
Like my polarity's been reversed.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Like every time I go to grab something, it just goes further away from.
I tell you what, we
All right, I'm looking up a number right now. Who's got their phone ready?
No, it's 7:47. Doctors aren't open right now. You got to wait till 8 o'clock.
There might be like a.
No, you got to wait till 8 o'clock, man. I mean, you don't want to type the ER phone number, but we can definitely do this call.
Dude, dedicate to the bit and call 911, Rich.
You're throwing in the park.
No, I'm good on that one.
That's where that's going to play out. Yeah, let's take a break real quick, shall we? Yes, we are. There you go.
Built with alloy and high-tech microchips, silicone skin and unparalleled grip, equipped with only state-of-the-art hydrogen battery powers my heart. All functions normal. Of course, it's without a doubt, I'm made with bolts and screws. Functionality is what I'm about. So what explains my feelings for you? Memory loaded. I came off the assembly line from Quadrant 301 Blue. Manufactured by Cyberdyne. Every part installed brand new. Diagnostics indicate all systems fine. But something must be wrong because I'm in love with you. Diagnostics re-engaged. I'm not programmed for emotion, but my circuits are flooded with feelings. My sensors detect no corrosion. In no way should I find you appealing. Scan for errors. I have no glands that make me sweat. Nothing in my coding to create desire. So why does the back of my neck feel wet and my processor feel like fire? No moisture detected. I came off the assembly line from Quadrant 301 Blue. Manufactured by Cyberdyne. Every part installed brand new. Diagnostics indicate all systems fine. But something must be wrong because I'm in love with you. Should I return to 301 Blue? Deposit myself in the waste station. I find myself just looking at you. Surely this is some mutation. Let me just give myself to the robot arms from above. Being dismantled is all I can do. It's the only way to fight love. Activate Crusher. I came off the assembly line from Quadrant 301 Blue. Manufactured by Cyberdyne. Every part installed brand new.
Tasha, send us the number.
Message me on Facebook.
We're intrigued.
This is happening.
Message on Facebook. We will indulge this insanity.
What were the comments before? I'm wanting to see what all happened before.
What do you mean?
So I mean, everybody was talking tactical about he was working on a metal feed bin in a storm. Like a light switch went off, legs quit on me, hit my nerves.
Oh, see,
and that's when
Tasha
Tasha
said
Yeah.
the
okay.
front
Yeah.
desk guy can be an a-hole sometimes. I'd love to see him get pranked.
That-
Revenge for me too. Okay, no, I'm down with
I
that.
feel like this is a new bit that we need.
Dude,
Yeah.
have you seen the guy
Have us
that
prank call somebody for
goes
the-
into people's work and he's a black guy,
OSHA
super
cares diversity affairs.
dude. I love that dude, bro.
What?
Oh my god! So essentially,
Oh, dude, this
essentially,
is
you just
TikTok.
send your complaint of your manager or your boss to this guy,
Yeah.
and he'll walk in like a real business guy
Oh, I think
from
I did
OSHA.
see him. I think he goes ham on him.
He
doesn't
goes
he?
ham,
He
lights a
gives him a
cigarette
badge.
up. He said, "Let me tell you what's going to happen." And he'll light a cigarette up in their office. Like, you know what I mean? And, dude, it's hilarious. And his whole thing is,
Let me tell you what's going to happen.
yeah, the whole thing
got
is, he
arrested
said
the other
the
day.
complaints are anonymous, but I read them verbatim. And he reads. It's hilarious, dude. It's so funny,
He
dude.
got arrested during a bit the other day.
Oh, shit.
He's good now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's back to doing it, but yeah.
Dude, he came to the Looney Bin a while back. I don't remember the guy's name.
Oh, dude, I would totally go see him. At
Yeah,
Benefit
dude,
for
it's so funny though. It's
Yeah.
so funny. And now he's got a girl with him that dresses real professional. They come in with like clipboard, like they go into a business, and this business is like on its toes. Like,
You know, he's
shit.
turning that into a business, actually.
100%.
In a manner of speaking.
100%.
It's going to become something much bigger, I think.
And he calls it OSHA Cares Diversity Affairs. So people just hear OSHA and they're
yeah,
like,
they,
shit.
oh,
you know,
no, they trip out on it. Yeah,
So,
that's hilarious.
I've got the number.
Okay.
got the number.
But I don't know what time do they open.
Oh, are they? Oh, she says they're open now.
They're open right now?
Right now.
All right, hold on a second. So, yeah, that's fine. I may have to, I'm muting your mics. I'm just letting y'all know. And you can't be cackling in the background, Shoemaker, or you're going to give it up. You know what I mean?
No, I
Mr.
feel you.
Shoemaker?
I feel you.
She told me to specifically ask for Tim.
Tim.
Yeah,
Tim is,
that's the front desk guy.
well, I should ask for the front desk guy?
I mean, I guess I don't know.
Does that make
Maybe
sense?
just hey, is this Tim?
Right. I was thinking I'd do it,
I
and
wouldn't know him. Well, how would I know Tim?
Now, is it gonna be
Who
Chris
would
that does
tell-
it or Patrick that does it?
No, I'm definitely doing this.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
Am I just introducing you?
No,
Or are you just gonna call it up regular?
We're just going to straight.
We're
do
just
this.
gonna straight
I'm
do it?
straight, I'm going to straight
Old school
face do
prank
this
call.
shit.
Okay, so this is
Oh no, go ahead.
no. Go ahead, man.
So what you do? Be like, hey, I'm Patrick, man. I don't even really know how to say this, but like, I got struck by lightning last week, and like, things been a little weird since. But like now, when I go to reach for things, they move away from me. And, like,
Right.
I've got night hearing now, and dogs can understand where I point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready for
I'm
the.
betting the front desk guy is probably going to maybe say his name. You'll know it's him. Hey, this is
Hey, this is yeah.
Tim with,
She says it's called Arkansas Spine and Pain, the Conway office.
I like that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, this-
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
maybe tie that in, be
Yeah, no,
like,
no.
you know, whenever I like, you know, crack my back or anything,
no,
it
I-
sounds like thunder.
I know.
Oh man. Oh man, she's giving.
She giving you the extension and voicemail, and email, and she after
Tasha
this.
Mack woke up with vengeance in her heart this
Right?
morning. She's
Yeah,
like, you
she's-
know what, Tim?
she's
Today's
very-
your day, buddy.
she's very
You know
upset
what?
with
You're all
Tim.
right. This is cool.
She's very upset with Tim. So, yeah, are you going to.
Oh, okay, that's the extension you have to dial to get to the Conway office.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right, am I going to call? Hang on, I got
Yeah,
to
you're
get my
gonna use
phone
your
over
phone?
here and get off Clapper.
Oh. Here, just use mine.
You better go ahead and mute my mic.
Tactical says get him an appointment while we're talking to him.
Like, okay.
All right. So, even with your mics off, I can still hear you, clown. So, just know that. Don't blow this for us.
I'm gonna be real quiet.
Frequency modular disorder. This is my inside
It
voice.
says call failed. All right, hang on.
Call failed. What is your problem, man?
I don't know.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Hold on, I'll put these back up for now.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Little tension music right there for
All
you.
right, there you go.
Yeah. A little entertainment there underneath it.
Actually, I recognize the song.
Do you?
I never made it as a wise man. Couldn't cut it as a man stealing.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, man.
And dial 911.
Is that it?
Recorded for quality assurance. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time during this message.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need some help. I don't know who to speak with. Who am I speaking to?
Arkansas Sign Pain.
No, who is this, though?
This is Tim.
Tim. Okay, Tim, I don't know if you can help me. My name's Johnny, and I'm sorry, I'm still having some challenges here, but I was struck by lightning 2 days ago, and ever since then, every time I try to touch something metal, it goes the other direction. And I've got like this in my L7. If I pop it, it's loud like thunder. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Do you think you guys could get me an appointment or something? Hello?
Yeah, you just need a referral
Okay.
from your primary care, or have you been seen about this?
Well, no, I no. This is the first time. I hadn't been able to put a sentence together in a day and a half, man. My left toe itches like crazy. I don't even know why.
No, if that's the case, I'd suggest going to see your PCP before anything else.
I don't think PCP is going to help. I'm not dropping acid either. I'm trying to.
But even then, you still need a referral. Yeah, we require a referral.
All right, Tim. Well,
Yeah.
you ever heard of Patrick and the People, Tim? Because that's what you're on, buddy.
Yeah, I figured that's what you were saying. Cause yeah.
All right. Have a great day. PatrickandthePeople.com.
Hey, man. Take care.
All right. Tim.
He was like, yeah.
My
Yeah, I
left
figured.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was pretty fun, man. That was pretty good. Pretty good. He said,
He said, yeah, that's what I was
it
thinking.
really happened to me. Glad y'all got an idea at my expense. You see, you inspired me. Your pain was not for nothing, my friend. It was not for nothing.
And next time I'll answer the phone when you call it.
That's
at 1
not
o'clock.
true. He won't.
Yeah, no.
He won't. He's a deadbeat. So I do have an actual great interview that I want to share. And this guy, Tony Gunn, is his name. And Tony Gunn is one of the top wrestlers in OVW, which is like basically if you have the WWE, OVW is right there. They're matter of fact, you'll find out during this, it's the one of the longest running telecast in history.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah, it is. And but this guy's a great guy, and I think you're going to really enjoy the interview. So let me pot this up, and here you go. Man, welcome to another exciting interview with Patrick and the People. I am sitting here with a wrestling legend, man, out of OVW. It's Tony Gunn. Tony, man, you have quite a history in professional wrestling, and I mean, you've been all over the place. You've faced everybody under the sun. What are you doing now? What's going on with you?
Well, man, I appreciate that introduction. I don't know about a wrestling legend, but I appreciate that. I guess that's another way of saying I'm old in the wrestling business.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, just looking at the history of titles and matches and everything you've done, man, you have seen a lot in the industry.
Yeah, it's I've put some time in. I've been in it for about 22 years now, off and on with surgeries and things of that nature. But I started out my career down in the Memphis, Tennessee area, and then around 2009, I made my journey up to Louisville, Kentucky, under the umbrella of OVW.
Right.
So I've kind of been in this region ever since then, and just doing various projects and stuff like that.
Now
since that time.
you're originally from here, right? From Arkansas?
Yeah, I'm from the Northeast area around the Paragould area. Yeah, but I was mostly raised up in a little bitty town called Rector, Arkansas.
Okay.
If you drove through it, if you blinked, you'd miss it.
Okay,
You know?
I got you. So when did you end up in Memphis?
Let's see, man. I started training around 2002, 2003, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then that's back when Lawler kick started his rebooted TV back up in the Memphis area.
Okay.
So it was around that time, 2003, 2004, when I was going down doing Memphis TV Saturday morning and stuff like that. And I was driving over to Dyersburg, Tennessee on a weekly basis, and just different areas throughout Tennessee, Missouri, and Arkansas in that tri-state area for the longest time until I moved to Louisville.
So, obviously you had to be inspired at some point, to become a wrestler. When was that? I mean, were you always a fan from the time you were young and it was just something that stuck?
It's something like, my dad watched it when I was a little kid. Every Saturday morning he'd turn on Memphis TV, so I'd watch that. And then I kind of grew out of it. And when I grew out of it, just didn't watch it anymore. And then just like everybody in the Attitude area, everyone watched wrestling then.
Sure.
And I just kind of fell back in love with it. And pretty much to say I was the kid in high school that didn't grow out of it. And after I graduated high school, I went to my very first wrestling event. It was back when MCW, Memphis Championship Wrestling, was developmental for WWF.
Okay.
So they'd send all their guys there before they got put on, WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, they ran a super show there at the ASU stadium there, or center there. And I remember the main event of that show was Kurt Angle and Triple H. I think Kurt Angle was the WWF heavyweight champion at the time. And I was sitting third or fourth row and just watching that show and watching them perform out there, and taking a step back and just watching the crowd and watching how they interacted to what was going on in and outside the ring. I just remember, like, after that show, I told myself, I want to be the person that sparks these emotions and stuff like that from the crowd. And ever since then, I was hooked, hook, line, and sinker. I wanted to get into wrestling, and that's when I started seeking out different wrestling schools and stuff like that.
And how does that work when you go to a wrestling school, Tony? I mean, what are you schooling on? How to move, how to work with the audience? What are the things you're learning?
Man, it's all of the above. I can speak for up at OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Yeah.
With our OVW Academy that we have a beginners, intermediate, and an advanced class, along with different history classes and TV writing classes and things like that. So we have a whole entire curriculum, which is nice. But you learn the ins and outs of everything. Just talking about in-ring work, it's mostly starting out in the beginner's class. It's the bumps.
Yeah, taking
the
bumps.
Rolls. This is the bumps, the rolls, knowing how to bump right, knowing how to protect yourself when you fall, footwork, timing, and then getting into intermediate level. That's more or less intermediate level moves, knowing how to take and how to give different moves. Throwing in a little bit of wrestling psychology in there, how to work as a baby face, a good guy, or a heel, a bad guy, and knowing how to work with an audience, and how to embark that emotion from them. And then getting into the advanced classes, more about character development, figuring out who you are or what's going to work for you, or what kind of character, or whatever you're trying to achieve as far as that nature, and then taking that and turning the dial up, so to speak, because you have to turn the dial up with whoever you are in the ring.
Right. So what are three things that Tony Gunn has or does or believes or feels about the business that make you different?
I say the things that make me different is, especially in today's time, which I think it is a lost art. Not a lot of people, new wrestlers, within the past, I would say 5, even 10 years, majority don't know how to talk in the ring, call on the fly.
Okay.
Being able to pivot and call audibles if something's not working.
Okay.
So I think that's one skill that is hindering a lot in wrestling. So speaking for myself of that nature, I think that's one skill that I acquired early on, because back when I started, years ago, that's how I learned, is calling on the fly,
Yeah.
not talking or rehearsing your whole match in the back, going out there and feeling the audience and feeling the crowd and seeing what works and what doesn't work.
Right.
So that's one huge skill or plus that I can say on that side of things. A second thing I would say is you have to be teachable and moldable, no matter how short or how long your journey has been in wrestling. Me, I've been doing it for 22 years. A lot of people that are in wrestling or whatever you do for a long time kind of get the concept of, oh, I know it all,
Yeah.
or I'm stuck in my ways.
A little complacent. Yeah.
Or complacent, yeah. So that's one of those things that I'm not. I'm not complacent. I'm not stuck in my ways. So I am moldable in that aspect. And you have to be moldable, especially in the world of professional wrestling or the entertainment business in general, because just like everything in life, it grows, it evolves. And if you don't grow and evolve with it, you're going to get stuck in the past.
It's easy to get comfortable, isn't it?
Most definitely.
Once you've kind of developed your persona and you've developed your skill set, it's easy to not push yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just kind of natural instinct in a way. You want to be comfortable with what you're doing. You don't want to feel like you're always hustling or working.
Yeah.
Working hard and stuff like that. But like, you also want to get to a point where like, okay, I can calm down now. But no, not in this line of work. You can't do that.
No, I think you're right. I think, one thing in a way that it's akin to stand-up comedy is that that art is always evolving. And when you stop evolving, you become stagnant. When you become stagnant, the interest is going to die.
Most definitely. Yeah, you always have to be evolving.
Yeah. Now, 22 years, that is a long time in the business. And there are a lot of people out there who don't make it anywhere near that length of time. What is it, particularly that has helped you make it so long in an industry so rife of people who don't?
I think a lot of it has to do with just who you are as a person and having a thick skin, because in the world of wrestling or entertainment of that nature, you have to be able to hear the word no all the time, and all the critical feedback and stuff like that. And a lot of people can't take that,
What might be, when you say you hear no a lot, is it like if you have an idea, or if you want to do something? What would someone say no to?
It's all the above. It's, you might pitch an idea and you hear no 1,000 times or 100 times, but that one time, you might get a yes.
Yeah.
So that can mess with people in a way, or just about being on different shows or trying to get booked on different events and shows and stuff like that. You're going to hear no a lot more than you're going to hear yes. And another thing you have to be able to do is to keep, networking and communicating with people, because a lot of wrestlers that I talk to now, they only reach out to different promotions and stuff like that only one time. You have to keep reaching out and putting yourself out there, so to speak, because not just one message is going to do it.
Right.
Or one email is going to do it,
And-
because the promoters are busy. Everybody's busy.
Do you
And
see in the younger people that there's a reluctance to do that there's a reluctance to accept that rejection, to do what it takes to get in, to pay your dues?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's a lot harder now, and it's not the fault of the new person coming in the world of professional wrestling, because the world is a lot different than it was 15, 20 years ago.
True.
It's a lot faster, and also too, with the things of social media and all that, everything is at your fingertips, and everything in the world now, and at least the last 10 or 15 years, it's instant gratification.
Right.
So kids grow up, I'm a school teacher as well, so I see
Oh,
it
okay.
in schools, and everything is instant gratification. So,
Right.
if they don't get it or have the answer right then and there, a lot of people give up, and it's
Right.
not the fault. It's not the fault of the person coming into wrestling and being like that. It's just that's how society is, and it's a really difficult thing to grasp or to overcome in the entertainment business.
What would you say when you look back at matches when you first started, and not just you particularly, but in the wrestling entertainment field? When you look back at those matches and then you look at matches today, how has it changed? How has the match itself changed over time?
It's more of a performance now. It's more of a script. It's more of two people working together and you visually seeing that they're working together with moves and stuff like that because everything is so acrobatic now.
Right.
And I'm not talking bad about it. That's just
Right.
the way wrestling is
Sure,
now.
sure.
But you look at wrestling 15, 20, 30 years ago, it was more of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a struggle. It looked more real.
More like a brawl.
A brawl, a fight. It looked like two bulls locking horns,
Mm-hmm.
going at it, and they were working together, and you had no idea that they were because they looked like they were beating the hell out of each other. Whereas, go ahead.
Is it just the complexity of the moves today that requires them to have the appearance that they are working together, or is it just a lack of preparation?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think more so it's just everybody moves with time.
Yeah.
So the moves get a little bit more advanced. They get a little bit more in depth, or people got to try to think of a new thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the old, make it new, and you grow from it, and then from there, it's like everything's got to be bigger and better than what it was.
Right.
So it's just how much further are we going to go as far as being a circus Olay, so to speak.
Right. No, I get you on that. There are a lot of high flyers out there. So tell me this, in such a storied career thus far, I know that as you were coming up through the ranks, gaining traction and whatnot, there had to be a moment where you're in the ring with someone that you can't even believe you're in the ring with, and you're having a match, or you're standing there, smack talking someone you can't even believe it's happening with. Who was that, and how did it play out?
Oh man, I'm trying to reflect on that because there's been quite a few people that I've been in the ring with where I was like, it was awesome to share the ring with. I think a cool one that it was actually this past weekend. Actually, I was in a tag match across the ring with Billy Gunn.
Okay.
So yeah, that was fun being able to work with him. He's a very, very nice guy, humble person, and he is a monster. He is a really big dude.
Yeah, no, I have seen that guy. He is a monster, man.
But no, he's a really nice guy, and he's still, he's been doing it for I think 30 plus years or whatever, and he still wants to go out there and go and do things, and he listens to ideas of my ideas, younger talent ideas and stuff like that. So he could be the person that just says, we're going to do it this way, but he's open to listening and wants to go out there and do things. So I really value that, and that's the type of person that I want to be down the road as well too. So that was a really good experience. There's other people that I've been in the ring with, such as like a Tommy Dreamer or a Vampiro, Penta a couple years ago. Where just being in the ring with those guys and just learning from them and knowing that I can go out there and perform just as well as them and be on that level, so it's just I'm very fortunate to have that.
Now, do you at this stage, are you content with where you're at in the wrestling universe, or are you still aspiring to do even more and grow and go somewhere else? I mean, what are we on? What are we doing now? I mean, is this where are you at?
Well, I wouldn't say content, but I'm happy where I'm at now. Like I'm not, you see a lot of people that grow up in wrestling and they wrestle for so many years and things don't go their way. they end up becoming bitter with the world of wrestling
Yeah.
and crapping on everything and just totally just being that bitter person. I don't want to be that person, so I'm happy with where I'm at, with what I'm doing. Yes, obviously, I would love to be on a bigger stage doing other things, whether it's in the ring or out of the ring, producing or agenting or something like that. I would love to be a part of a bigger show. I think there's still time for that, even me being 42 years old. Um, but like with what I'm doing now, I'm getting a lot of reps in with wrestling with Ohio Valley Wrestling and other independent promotions across the United States and Canada. But I'm also a trainer.
Some of the things you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, most definitely. So I teach the intermediate class there at OVW.
Okay.
Yeah, so teaching them about psychology and footwork and different, gives and takes of moves and stuff like that. So it's good to give back in that aspect, and I'm kind of, it's to a point now where everything's kind of becoming full circle,
Right.
and giving back and all that. But obviously, yes, I would love to help out in another way on a bigger stage someday.
Yeah. So you say you're a school teacher by day, right?
Yeah. I say teacher by day, wrestler by night.
Right. So how often are you able to do matches? I mean, do you fight every weekend? Is it every so often? How often are you? I mean, looking at it, it looks like you're regularly participating.
Yeah, every week. That's one thing I like about my teaching schedule is that, as soon as the teaching day ends, like at 2:20 or whatever, I'm done for that day.
Okay.
So every Thursday we have our OVW TV, which is live, and I'm there for that. Then I usually have a show on Saturday, sometimes on a Friday. So I'm wrestling weekly, at least once, if not 2 to 3 times a week.
Wow. Now, what grade level do you teach?
I have high schoolers, so I
High
mostly have juniors and seniors. I teach the advanced phys ed program and a
Okay.
weightlifting program.
And I assume they all know what you do on the side as well.
Yeah, they know. It's funny because I play the heel right now, the bad guy,
Yeah.
and I'm totally different than what I am on TV.
Right.
And it's funny when I come into school like the next day or whatever after a show, they're like, "Oh, Mr. Gunn, you said this smack on TV or whatever. You
Yeah.
did this to that person," So they have fun with it and all
Yeah.
that. So
So
yeah.
it's positive for you and the interaction with them.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I would think that would be if I were of that age, it'd be super cool, to have a teacher who was actively doing something like that. I mean, that's you got to be happy about that because not only are you able to help those in the wrestling field and those watching it, of course, be entertained, but in a way, you're a little more influential than other teachers might be.
Yeah, and I always tell them too is like, I always practice what I preach. I always talk to them about health and being physically active, and I kind of lead by example in that aspect. I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I'm still doing physical activity, professional wrestling, and all that.
Yeah.
So they see their teacher doing that, and it's not just me talking to them; it's me doing it as
You're
well.
living it, yeah.
Yeah, living it, yeah.
When you go to the gym, I mean, and I would think to be able to consistently do what you do, you have to have A, strength, B, core strength, C, cardio, endurance. I mean, all of these things are critical. So when you go to the gym, I mean, how long is a workout for a Tony Gunn?
It can be anywhere from 45 minutes up to 75 minutes.
Okay.
It just varies depending on what I'm doing. So it's, whether it's a cardio day or a resistance day or whatever, but I try not to spend too much time in the gym, less is more type thing, as long as you're in there and doing stuff correctly, so I'm all about, the intensity in your sets versus a lot of reps and sets.
What's more fun, or is it more fun to be a heel than a face? I mean, does it matter either way? Can you love both the same, or do you like one better?
It's a lot more fun to be the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too, man.
Yeah.
I always enjoy the bad guys.
Yeah, it is. You can it's one of those things where it's like, I'm a good guy in real life.
Yeah.
I'm a positive person with, kids at school and stuff
Right.
like that. So it's kind of fun to flip the script in that aspect and just totally be a totally different person and be outlandish and be that person that people don't like or love to hate type thing.
It's almost an outlet, therapeutic in a way. It's a type of cathartic in a way, isn't it?
It is most definitely, yeah. It is a way to, it's a wrestling is a form of entertainment for fans to get away from reality, and it's a way for us as well to escape reality and go out there and perform.
So my friend Rich Rockwell, he has been involved with a wrestling organization here for some time now. I've been a broadcaster for 20 years in Little Rock. And I tell you that to say that he had asked me when they were putting a big promotion together here, would I be interested in jumping in and helping promote, and so somehow, some way, I talked myself into getting into a match, which was probably not a good idea. I cracked 2 ribs in the match, but neither here nor there. The weirdest thing to me, because I have been. People follow, they like me, I'm a funny guy. I crack people up. That's my personality, So when I came in and they told me, listen, you're going to be the heel and you have to turn the audience. And I was like, you want me to make my own audience not like me? And they said, yeah. And doing that was both surreal and amazing simultaneously. Like, to turn them and make them boo me was a pretty weird but cool feeling. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, most definitely. It's a hard thing to do is if you're like in your, your own area and stuff like that. But yeah, you have to play that right and ride a fine line of blurring the lines.
Yeah, but it was much more fun to be the villain than it would have been to be the hero. Being the hero's fine, but the villain's really fun.
Oh yeah, that's where it gets fun.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, when is your next match? What do you got coming up? Where can people see you? What's going on, man?
Well, right now I'm mostly with Ohio Valley Wrestling here in Louisville, Kentucky, which you can watch it live anywhere. Our TV is every Thursday night. 7 o'clock Eastern time, so it'd be 6 o'clock Central time, there in that area. And we provide a YouTube link so anybody in the world can watch it live. And we're one of the longest running weekly episodic television shows in the history of TV. I think the only one that's ahead of us is Monday Night Raw.
Wow, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, and we're ahead of SmackDown by like a couple weeks.
Wow.
So it's kind of neat to think about. But yeah, so every Thursday night is our weekly episodic TV, and then I also travel and do other shows in Missouri, Tennessee, Arkansas area. So those you can just look at me on social media to try to figure out those dates, which is Instagram. It's Tony B as in boy Gunn. If you want to follow me on there. But I do have my very own show coming up this weekend as well, there in Paragould, Arkansas, that I am running, and this will be my first time running my own show.
Oh, really? So it's your promotion?
What's that? I'm sorry.
It's your promotion?
Yeah, me and one of my buddies, and we're just starting this out, testing the water, see how it goes, and its first show is going to be there in Paragould, Arkansas.
Wow.
And yeah, and the name of the promotion, what we're calling it right now, is NAW, not to get confused with NWA, but it's Northeast Arkansas Wrestling. So we just plan on running in the Northeast Arkansas area right now. And this first show that we're doing, we're kind of bridging NAW, Arkansas Wrestling, and OVW together because we're calling it NAW Presents the Superstars of OVW.
Okay.
And it's this Saturday, June 21st, if anybody wants to come out.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. It's almost like a satellite group, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So this is very exciting. Now, do you already have a big core group, or are you looking for people to become part of your team that may be interested in that, or how does that work?
Oh yeah, of course. If anybody is interested in wanting to be a part of the show or something that they want to give back or whatnot, you can always reach me on social media and contact me. But right now we have a pretty solid show lined up for that
Gotcha.
day. We have 4 core or highlight matches right now. And then we also have like 2 or 3 others that are in the works for the show on Saturday. So
great.
we're going to have about a 2-hour show for Saturday, which is nice. Yeah.
It's Tony B. Gunn. That's Gunn. There's 2 N's in Gunn if you're
2
looking him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tony, let me just say this. First of all, thank you for taking time to out of your day and your schedule to talk to us. But number 2, I want to share with you that if ever your promotion decides to come down here into the central part of the state, please let us know. We'd love to at least promote it. If we can work with you, partner with you, help you in any possible way to do that, we'd be more than happy to do it. We love good entertainment here and good athletics and sportsmanship here. And so if we could have someone of your caliber and your team's caliber, we would love to be any part of that.
You never know what the future holds, so yeah, I'll hold you to that.
Man, please do, man. Please do. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to talk to us, man. And when is the Paragould show? Is it this weekend?
It's this weekend, so in the next few days, this Saturday, June 21st, we're going to do a special meet and greet for everyone that attends. So if you buy a ticket ahead of time, or if you just buy it at the door, any ticket purchase includes a meet and greet with the wrestlers. So at 5:30 is our meet and greet, and then bell time is 7 p.m. It'll be about an hour and a half, 2-hour show, so it'll run until about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh man, that's a lot of entertainment. And listen, if you have kids and you're going to do this, look, first of all, if you haven't, the kids have a blast. I mean, they absolutely love it, and the wrestlers go out of their way to make these kids smile, man. So if you get a chance to do the meet and greet and bring your kids, let me assure you, in my experience, these guys will do anything to make these kids smile, take pictures, play, all kinds of stuff. So, get with them about that and enjoy that, because the kids won't forget it. I promise you that. And who knows, maybe you'll be raising your future Tony Gunn.
You never know. And we have some high profile single matches. We have a tag team match lined up. We have a heavyweight open challenge lined up, and then our main event's going to be a table match that is set up. So so in order to win the match, you have to put your opponent through the table.
Yeah, I've been put through a table. So. It does have a feeling to it. Thank you again, Tony, man. I appreciate the interview, and we're going to look forward to seeing you this coming Saturday in Paragould, and hopefully a little closer to us in the future. Thanks, Tony.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. That's Tony Gunn right there.
Man, that was a good interview.
Yeah, man. It's
going to be a heck of an event.
It really is. By the way, Justin, earlier, he forgot to mention, he ran out of here pretty quickly. And so it's the First Church of Valle de Oro. And the address over there, if you want to go, is... hold on, I just had it's 126. What is it? Where'd it go? So many comments now. That's crazy, man.
Well, I thought it was funny while you're looking that up.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny in the interview how you said, you've been put through a table, so you know the feeling of that. And I just want to remind you, as of yesterday, I read that it's the year 2025, and it's also been 2,025 days since Ohio State beat Michigan. So.
Who's the national champion? I don't remember. I can't remember who it is.
Hey, what about those Hogs, dude? Anybody watch the baseball game last night?
Man.
Yeah, man.
Killing it.
How about that?
What about them 105-year-old lobsters?
Man, I'm scrolling and scrolling. There's so many comments today. I'm trying to find it again, but
hey, y'all do me a favor while Patrick's scrolling through comments.
oh, here it is, 126 West Drive in Benton. So it's 126 West Drive in Benton. So that's where Justin, who was on earlier, if you want to check out his church and go by there, please do that Sunday at 10:30.
There you go. There it is in comments.
There it is,
Yeah.
Again.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, so what were we talking about?
I don't know. What?
I don't know.
We're talking about emotional support horses and 105-year-old lobsters.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Razorbacks.
Oh yeah, the Razorbacks baseball
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, man. No, that no hitter was something. Man.
Yeah. He was on. He was on Pat McAfee the next
Yeah.
day, and I generally like Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
But just about halfway through the interview, he started replicating his voice, or
Trying to talk like.
just talking real country. You know, it felt like it was kind of mocky.
mocky.
You know, oh yeah, what you been doing down there in Omaha, boy? Like you been eating some good barbecue, just shit like that.
This is
you know?
Pat McAfee doing that?
Yeah, McAfee.
McAfee, whatever it is.
Jesus Christ, Rich.
Grow up.
Yeah. What'd you even say? What'd you say?
I don't know. McAfee.
Like the virus software, right? McAfee.
Dude, I used to play
Is
bass
it,
for
don't
Pat
you order
McAfee.
McAfee at McDonald's? It's a McAfee latte or whatever.
No, dude, he killed it with a no hitter, and we went through a few pitchers last night, but they all did pretty decent. And Aloy cranked a homer out. It was
Yeah.
a good game. Good game. We'll play LSU, so now we got to beat LSU twice.
Right.
Yeah, that's the challenge. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
we'll play them at
because
6 o'clock.
they're the ones that got us last time,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So we win 2, and what? We're champs.
We're champs. That's it.
But if we lose, we're out.
Yeah, we're out. And the LSU game, they had what was his name? Root. They had Root pitching the first 4 innings, and he was just off. He just had an off first 2 innings, and they got 3 runners on base, and that was essentially the end score. It was 3-0 or 4-1.
You know, I've learned how to watch sports a different way thanks to Tyler, because Tyler is a lot of young people, they don't watch TV like other even on the streaming. I mean, sometimes, but he's like a YouTube guy.
Right.
That's his bag. YouTube is where he almost exclusively he watches everything there, And so now he's like, no, don't watch the game now. Wait just a little bit. And so 2 hours later, he's like, now watch this. And so it's the whole game is just cut to only the shots and the action.
Right.
It just clips everything else out. So you can watch an entire ball game in 20 minutes. And it's
Right.
this is awesome, man. This is amazing.
That's how you get people to watch baseball.
Yeah,
I know that's
exactly right, because baseball's so slow.
Yeah.
That's how he got me to. He goes, man, watch this baseball game. I said, bro, listen, man, I got to buff my toenails. And he said, no, it'll go fast. I said, man, no, ain't no baseball game goes fast. He goes, no, watch this. And I was like, oh, damn, that is cool.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good, bro.
I feel like I have too many notifications on my phone. Every time I try to not watch it live, it just ends up getting ruined for me because ESPN takes me or a buddy texts me.
Yeah, we have to be real careful what we Google because we ruin shows for ourselves here and there by doing it.
Oh, yeah,
because we'll be
100%.
watching something and be like, oh, look up that. What else were they in? And then you're like, oh shit, man.
She dies in the 3rd episode. Yeah.
Dude, I did that to a buddy of mine on accident the other day in Nashville. We were going to watch the new John Wick spinoff.
Ballerina.
Yeah, but my buddy hadn't seen John Wick 4 yet. And, spoiler alert, everybody. But I was like, yeah, man, I still can't believe that he died in it. And he's like, wait, what?
Oh shit, sorry,
What
dude.
are you talking about? He died, huh?
But dude, I
But
feel like
did
my
he die?
tolerance only goes so far. It's like
Well,
the movie's been out for months, dude. Go see the movie.
What's up, Gary?
People be like, "Oh, I don't," you ruined Bruce Almighty for me. Like, how do you not watch that movie yet? Like,
That movie,
Jesus Christ.
that movie's iconic. Bro.
Oh,
I still
yeah.
remember. Y'all remember the movie theater? It was like a Carmike, I think, that used to be over by McAllister's and Guitar Center and all that over in West Little Rock.
Oh, in West Little Rock?
Yeah, where the Best Buy and the Whole Foods is.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
So if you're coming up on the intersection where Taco Bell's on your left and Applebee's will be on your right, you go through that intersection. You take a right into where that Sonic and where that Applebee's
Right.
is.
Oh,
right.
yeah. I know what you mean there.
There was a movie theater
Oh,
that was
yeah,
right
I do
there.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember being a little kid watching Bruce Almighty over there, dude.
Yeah.
For my first time in the news reporter scene.
Oh my God,
Where
with
they take
Steve
over
Carell.
Steve Carell's teleprompter.
My tiny nipples go to France. That scene, yeah. No, that was a great movie. I like Jim Carrey though. That was really a big blow up though for Carell.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of.
Well, he got the sequel.
Yeah.
He got Evan Almighty.
He didn't do well.
Yeah.
He did get it.
Fun
yeah.
concept though. I just love the concept
Yeah,
of the
no,
movie.
it's a
It's
funny
hilarious.
concept.
And Morgan Freeman's God, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Did you like Ballerina, by the way?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah?
it,
Hell
was,
yeah.
it was real good. Sometimes spinoffs are either hit or miss. You know what I mean? But like, it was really solid.
Yeah,
And,
nice.
and John's in it a decent amount too. That's not a spoiler. It's in the previews.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, his part in it's pretty cool and all that. It takes place during the third one.
Oh,
Okay, I got you.
So it's like crosses into it.
Yeah,
I got you.
Which is kind of cool, just conceptually, to be able to do that.
yeah, no, absolutely.
I'll tell you what wasn't all that cool was whatever that lame-ass version of the new Matrix was.
Oh, dude, that was so rough, bro.
That was
Yeah.
brutal.
I didn't watch
watched
it.
that. I
Yeah.
hate watched it.
And dude, Matrix is close to my heart, man. Cause
Oh, my
like,
God, man.
Because for me, like, I think you know this, but for anybody else who doesn't know, the guy who taught me everything I know about music and playing guitar is a guy named Jason Truby. He's a real old family friend of ours. He used to
Yeah.
play guitar for POD.
Yes, he did.
I got you.
And his first big song that he had with POD was Sleeping Awake.
Yeah.
That they shot for The Matrix Reloaded.
Right.
And so my family's always been
Right.
big Matrix
Yeah,
fans. 'Cause,
yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
dope.
Yeah, and like, people always hate on the third Matrix, but I loved the third Matrix.
You liked
movie.
it?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. Yeah.
I don't dislike it. I don't like it as much as the first two, to be honest, but I do like it. The first one, I could watch infinitely on a loop.
Yeah, I feel like the first one's top tier.
The
Like,
first one is as groundbreaking. It changed everything. I mean, the former Wachowski brothers, who are now literally the Wachowski sisters, that they created that bullet time, and everybody started trying to do that.
Oh,
Right,
100%. Yeah. And something about the fourth one, man, it didn't do it for me, bro. Like, and revisiting IP, man, it gets real tricky because, like, let's take Star Wars, for example. Y'all know Star Wars is literally my favorite thing on the planet. I've got a big Star Wars half sleeve I'm working on right here.
Yeah.
And, like, with Disney Star Wars, some of it's been absolutely amazing and some of it hasn't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, Rogue One is one of the greatest Star Wars movies ever made.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Season 2 finale of Mandalorian, when Luke shows up,
Yeah,
and opens
dude,
up
that
the
was
can of whoop
dope.
ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a grown man, ugly crying. Yeah. Luke Skywalker back on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the Obi-Wan series was great. You know what I mean? It had a couple hiccups, but I mean, it was still really good overall. But then you have Last Jedi
Right.
and Rise of Skywalker,
Right,
where they just
right.
butchered
And
my boy
every movie
Luke.
since I don't know which one the last one that was good was. I'm trying to remember. Maybe the second half of Return of the Jedi. I don't know.
Are you not a prequel guy? I love the prequels.
See, I do too.
Which ones?
I do too.
So that's Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith.
They're okay. I mean, look, one of my problems is Anakin. Hayden
so?
Christensen is so wooden, man.
So do you know there's
Like
actually
he plays angry well, but no other emotion comes out of him worth the shit.
so you know what the reason is for that? So he did an
He's
interview
not a good
about-
actor.
there was a reason for it specifically. So if you notice in the original trilogy, whenever Vader's talking, his dialogue is like very like choppy's the wrong word, but like it's very structured and it's cut and dry.
Right.
Hayden Christensen was trying to mimic that vocal pattern with Anakin normally to make it a natural progression.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like whenever he goes into the suit. Now, also George Lucas wasn't the best dialogue writer either.
No.
But like if you go watch Ahsoka, the newest Star Wars show that came out, spoiler alert, Anakin's in it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And he crushes it as Anakin.
Yeah.
Like he's the best part of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And
That scares me that I won't like the show.
Oh, it's so good though, dude. Like, have you watched Clone Wars, like the
No.
animated? So you've got to watch the animated
Yeah.
stuff. You have
Okay.
to.
I think that's the only Star Wars thing I haven't watched is the animated
Oh, dude,
Clone Wars.
like I love the
See,
prequels
I
already.
got so mad at the last Star Wars movie
Rise
was.
of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And rightfully
because I was
so.
like, this is a remake, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a straight remake.
Oh,
bro.
you're thinking
I mean,
Force Awakens. That's the one that was like
is that the one that
basically
was just a
episode
straight
4.
remake? Yeah, it was just a straight. I was like, this is almost identical.
And I was okay with it up
I was
until
not. I was like, okay, come up with a new story, bitch.
like I was okay with it until Last Jedi happened, and Last Jedi just totally like
Right,
dropped it.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Rise of Skywalker just crashed even harder. Like so, originally with Star Wars Episode 9, it wasn't going to be Rise of Skywalker.
Which one is the one with Han Solo's son?
Oh, so I mean that's the entire sequel
Yeah.
trilogy. So that's 7,
Yeah.
8, and 9.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about the one where Kylo kills Han, that's Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was trash.
See, I actually enjoyed that one, like for what it was. Like I saw what they were trying to do. You know what I mean? They were trying to. It was a cash in on nostalgia.
Yeah,
No, that's-
100%.
No, let's sell it to a new
Carrie Fisher was
generation.
still alive. She was in.
Oh yeah, they'd all piled in there. Yeah, for sure.
Now, where they screwed up was they didn't have like a set plan for that whole trilogy.
What are you looking at over there?
Facebook, man. I was
You
just
did. I mean, are you even here?
I am, man.
You haven't said anything in 30 minutes.
I mean, you know, Star Wars. Yay.
Oh, you're not a Star Wars guy? You're not a Star Wars guy?
Yeah, you see, that's the best thing that happened in 30 minutes, right there.
You know what we got to do now?
It's
We got to have Rich make another prank call now to make up for it. Let's think of a good one. Let's see.
Oh.
He's got to call the doctor's office and do the lightning strike thing now.
Yeah.
you sell it better than I did.
Yeah.
Call a different doctor and sell it better than I
A different. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so here's what you're going
did.
to
You
do.
got to sell it though.
Right.
You can be like, listen, I got struck by lightning, and like now I can move things with my mind, and it's really freaking me out.
Have you seen Matilda? It's like that.
I have no idea.
Hold on.
Here we go.
You know what we got to do. Get that bass flipping right there.
Right. Which one should I call? Just a random one here. I'm trying to Baptist Health Family Medicine. Here, let's go Pershing Family Clinic. There we go.
And just be like, hey, this is a clinic for families, right? Like, just double check with them first.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Calling Diversity Family Health para Español Presiones 6. If you are calling for an urgent or emergent need, please call 911 or go to the closest emergency department or urgent care center. If you have been recently exposed to HIV, press 7.
Does
and you will be
lightning have
directed to our
HIV?
exposure hotline. To schedule, change, or cancel an appointment, please press 1. For billing questions,
That dude's getting it. What the hell just happened there?
It's
Is
very
this the
Star
whole
Wars
music?
theme.
Is that the whole music?
Hi, thank you for calling Diversity Family Health. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was needing to, I don't know, I guess I'm needing to be seen or maybe set up an appointment. A couple of days ago, you know, storm came through and I was struck by lightning. And for some reason now, like anytime I look at anything metal, it like moves away from me and dogs understand where I'm pointing to. It's really crazy.
Oh, okay, I can definitely help you with that. May I know your first and last name, please?
First name is Joe.
Okay, and your last name, please?
Thunder.
Sorry?
Thunder. I know it's really coincidental, but that is my last name.
Right. Mm-hmm. And your date of birth, please?
4/18/89.
And
Sorry, it's
Okay.
kind of hard to
may I-
talk sometimes.
it's okay. It's okay, I understand. May I know the name of your provider, the one that you usually see in the clinic?
Volgreen?
Is it Corey Green?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, because the sky was green when it
Okay.
struck me, so.
Okay, just to confirm, you want this appointment in Little Rock?
Yes.
Okay, just give me a minute, okay?
Okay. Every time I, like, crack my back, it sounds like thunder, too. I don't know if I might need to, like, get my spine checked out.
Okay, but are you feeling any pain right now?
I mean, I'm in a lot of shock.
Yes, but regarding the pain, are you feeling any pain right now? Like, if you would rate it from 1 to 10.
I mean, it's probably about a good solid 9.5. Like, every time I clip my nails, like, little lightning bolts come out. And, like,
Oh,
yeah, it's crazy. And, like, I tried to, it's kind of embarrassing, but, like, I'm leaking from back there some. And I don't know if, like, maybe that's, like, because I'm raining now or what, but it's really weird. Yeah. Have you ever heard of a show called Patrick and the People?
Oh no, I am not aware of that.
Yeah, you're on patrickandthepeople.com. It's an awesome podcast featuring Angry Patrick. Check us out. Thanks.
Okay, sure.
She said, "No, I'm not I'm not an everyday listener to that one. I don't.
Sure.
That one must have slipped under my radar."
No, I was trying to say Walgreens.
Well, I was trying to figure out what you were saying. I was like, Walgreens? What the?
Oh, I
Yeah,
just wanted you to
Voldemort.
say-
Yeah.
I just wanted you to say I'm Jewish. I don't have a provider.
I was saying Walgreens the whole time.
Oh man.
Oh, that's wild.
I think that's a savior, not a provider.
Dude, now you gotta call Walgreens. Dude. Y'all have anything for lightning strikes?
Yeah.
That was good. Man. That was good. We should put that one. The Tactical said the animated versions are good. We should animate that call.
Yeah.
Put a little animation on that and put that out. That's a good one.
Have you all seen the new, the baby AI was the thing, and now they've got the Bigfoot AI as the new
Oh, yeah.
popular
That's
trending thing, dude.
I'm seeing all kinds of AI now.
It's crazy.
I love them, dude.
It's real weird because you don't know. Now you really can honestly say at times, I don't know what's real or not.
I think I've. What?
What?
It sounds like
Rice Krispies. When
That's a good one.
good right there. It's like Snap Pops.
Joe Thunder, dude.
I get lost in that AI shit though.
Yeah,
it's all
dude.
over TikTok.
No,
I love it. It's
It's
hilarious.
interesting. Sometimes they make people say crazy shit.
I feel like I'm still proud to say I don't think I've been fooled by one yet. Like I don't think I've seen one.
Seems
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
that's what
I
was
know it's
gonna
coming.
say, yeah.
I know it's coming.
I
But so
feel like-
far,
Original though.
I've been able, and I guess if I did, I wouldn't know it.
I feel like the colors in the AI videos are more like vibrant, bright
Right.
than in a
Well,
regular
yeah, because
video.
it's all pixels, so it's not the
it's so
same.
clear.
Right, that's
So-
what I'm
it's so
like. There's
sharp.
no way
Right.
that it's that color. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's just like the Matrix. The first one was rejected because it was too perfect. People couldn't accept it.
Right.
And now you want to talk about geeking out? I'll geek out on the Matrix. Yeah, that's right. I like the that we were talking about that. Man, that's a badass. You know what's still
It was,
badass? 1986, and you can still watch Aliens right now. It's still badass.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm
It
about to
still
say
looks
since
awesome.
you're mentioning aliens?
What?
Alien Romulus was a great alien movie.
Oh, what's your take? What's your take? You didn't like that one either?
It was a great movie. I saw it in 4DX, dude.
No, it is. It's fine. I watched it again the other day just to watch it. But which one is it where the mutation thing happens, and it slowly it progresses into it? That's the one before it, isn't it? With
Well, like the one that it turns into like a humanoid looking
Yeah.
thing, too. That's Romulus.
that's Romulus. Yeah, no, that was that part. If you just got rid of that part for me, I'd have
Oh,
been
that was the
happy.
best part of the movie. That was the best part of the movie.
I love
No,
it.
this
We have
big,
such a
tall,
wide
slender
range.
man-looking bitch.
That was the best.
I'm like, what are you doing here, man? You big giant freak nugget. Get out of here. This is an aliens movie.
Dude, that's
I don't
one thing we should
recognize
do.
you.
We should like Mystery Science Theater 3000 some movies and
Yeah.
like live commentary on them.
Oh, dude, that would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
This last Friday the 13th, we wanted to watch a Jason movie, and I didn't know there was one recently.
more
as
recent
made,
one?
in like 2011.
Yeah.
And he runs.
No,
He
it's
like sprints.
hold on. That one's actually the reason I do like that one.
Yeah, no,
is
we enjoyed
because
it.
it explained, in theory, how he gets places so fast.
Right.
Because he has like this underground tunnel.
Yeah, yeah,
going,
system. Yeah.
So that he can pop out of. So
Right.
it wasn't like that he was just mysteriously, supernaturally appearing, allegedly. So it kind of gave some depth to that.
Yeah, no, I like that part.
And it
but
did-
just to see Jason Voorhees in a
Yeah.
dead sprint, is, you know,
It's kind of frightening.
yeah,
really,
yeah, No, it makes the character like
Yeah.
way more terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you always say with like Jason or Michael Myers. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
just
they slow
brisk briskly jog away.
Yeah,
And
just zigzag real quick.
right,
and-
We're talking about running. Have you ever tried to run with the same arm and leg on the same side? See how it works out for you?
You could have stopped at just the word run.
That's fair.
Have you ever tried to run? No.
No, there's this thing
That's
on
not
TikTok now where people are trying to like run with the same arm and leg on each side, basically.
right, because you usually alter.
Yeah.
Usually the opposite arm goes up.
Yeah.
When you're lifting the opposite knee.
Right. No, I've never tried to do that. That sounds hard to do.
Yeah.
No, I never have. Yeah, there's lots of weird things. People always want to show you what they can do with their tongue. Like, a lot of people can't do this, and then they'll.
Yes, you're so unique.
Thank you for flipping your tongue around for me. Is this an advertisement? What's going on here?
I got one for you. I want you to try something real quick.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, here we go.
Hell no. What?
All right.
Man, you're already taking your headphones off. I'm getting
Right?
Serious.
Yeah, here, hold on. Let me. All right, cool.
This is a weird
Beaver
defiling
with a chainsaw?
microphone.
So, what you're going to do, take your
Yeah.
arms like this.
I'm gonna let you guys.
So, you got to get, it's got to be all of y'all. All right. Then you're going to get your arms like this. And then we're going to scooch back for a second.
Oh God, I don't like this.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
And
Oh, hell no.
Right?
Oh, no, I can't do that. Is that even on camera?
Ow.
That needs to go on a loop. Now, you need to put that on a loop somewhere, on a TikTok loop, just an infinite amount of you doing that penguin shit.
Right?
What the hell's wrong with your body, man?
I don't think I have shoulders.
I was going to say back on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they're permanently dislocated, I guess. It
Now,
just,
how did you figure that out?
So I was stretching one day.
you want to know?
And, like,
You want to know what he was practicing
I
to
was
do?
doing this right here. I was pulling my arm and I pulled it all the way over. And I was like, wait a second. Right.
I have a feeling it looked more like this.
Oh,
I don't know.
what about the kids that did the thing with their eyelids? Did y'all ever have those kids?
Oh, where they
in
like
school?
flip their eyelid inside out? Ugh.
Laura does that.
Yeah.
Freaks me out.
Yeah, Laura does that. And I'm like, it'll stick that way.
Yeah, that's what they tell you as a
It
kid.
won't.
You keep making
That's
that
right.
face, it'll stay that way.
Yeah.
The ones that can move like just one eyeball.
Yeah, I can't. My wife is really good about like wiggling her. She can wiggle her ears or like one at a time.
Are you trying to do it right now?
Dude, I can make my eye go lazy on command.
Nice.
So I have
No,
to
let
have
me see
something to
that.
focus on. So I'm just we're gonna maintain eye contact.
Stop
for a
looking
second,
at me
okay?
that way.
You ready? You see it?
Oh, this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It wandered a little.
Yeah,
Right.
I can make it go lazy on command. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it kind of
You
wandered
have
out.
such pretty eyes, Luke.
I can't tell if you're looking at me or looking at the wall.
Yeah, I
you know
thought
what
y'all
mean?
were about to kiss for a second.
Dude, can I just say that like I have fun with you guys, dude? Like when Frank Collin, seeing what weird shit we can do. Like I like the hang. Like I appreciate it.
One-
Brandon, that's a weird thing to say to another man.
Right.
I want to see Luke lick his elbow.
Well, I'll
And
tell
not any more weird than, hey, let me look in your eyes so I
Hey,
can make my eye go
hold on,
lazy.
man. Somebody wants to put something else on a loop there.
What?
Luke licking his elbow on a loop.
I'll tell you this, something I'm
Just
curious.
mess with you, Brent.
I'll tell you something I'm curious about.
What?
What is y'all's favorite cartoon show? I was going to ask.
Like all time.
Yeah, 60 minutes.
What is it? Like, am I missing out on something? I feel
So
like
yesterday we were
I'm out of the
talking.
loop.
Yesterday we were talking about what our favorite cartoon is, and Luke was in the comments, and he kept typing up like 60 minutes,
Right.
ABC
I
Channel
got-
7, 5 o'clock news, like Wheel
were
of
on it for like
Fortune,
30 minutes.
and then we're talking about it, and then
I missed
after
that,
it, he
yeah.
goes, "Hey, what's y'all's favorite cartoons?"
Look at this guy here, this troll.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's funny. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's time to end this show, I think. It's been a good show today. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank
no
you
doubt.
to Bundy for coming in,
Thanks
man.
for having
Appreciate
me,
you,
always,
buddy.
bro.
Of course,
Always.
thank you, Rich.
Right.
Mr. Shoemaker.
Remember, I won't be here tomorrow, but you
Thanks.
can
Yes.
catch me up at the Plates and Play Calls.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Tell them about that real quick again.
Yeah, so Plates and Play Calls tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m., Ouachita Bar and Grill in Hot Springs.
I
We'll
got
sit
you.
down with the coaches and the players and
Hell yeah.
have a little, sports style cast interview with everybody and catch up on, where they're at in the season. And
Is it a home game this weekend?
it is a home game
Nice.
this
So,
weekend.
again,
Yeah, they're back.
For for those who weren't here or didn't hear it earlier, maybe you were just, doing anything. I encourage a lot of people to get out there and try to somehow get in the frame behind Rich. And just,
Giveaway, but yeah.
So like when you're interviewing them
Things like
tomorrow,
that,
just
yeah.
be sure you ask them about like their credit score too.
Okay.
What are you shooting? What you got? 600? Where are you at?
Just curious.
You're a great player, but what are you running about?
All right. Yeah.
No, please do that. Like in an interview at some point, just ask unhinged. Like, what's your usual order at Wendy's?
Right.
Just completely
What
erased.
stocks do you invest in?
You look
currently?
like you're a Wendy's guy. That's hilarious. Also, big thanks to Justin Waddle for coming in and being vulnerable enough to share his
Absolutely.
compelling story.
Yeah,
and
no
we
doubt.
shared his information so you can get out and see him on Sunday if you want to. He also is on YouTube, and you can check him out there. So thanks to everybody. As always, keep spreading the word, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys later.
See ya.